guys. Welcome back to the Jet Tribe Euro Finals 2024 World Series Round 1. This is our second set of motos this afternoon, and we're going to start it off with a junior ski, 13 to 15, 4-stroke lights, and we are not wasting any time getting back on the water. We had a little bit of rain, but nothing is going to stop us from putting on these amazing races for you guys, and I want to thank you so much for joining us here in Ostrów, Poland. And a beautiful afternoon. We had those stands completely full earlier today, but the rain scared off a few people, but not the tough ones. And again, we are working our way through moto number 3. It's going to be our final moto for junior ski, 13 to 15 lights. On the pole position on the inside, it's going to be Andrew Hubert-Laurie. Right next to him, Andrew Vo. And rounding out the top 3 on that inside is Saif Al-Shouei from the UAE. Then on the outside, we've got boat number 7. That's Ali Al-Ali, who's currently in second. And wow, rocket ship start for Ali Al-Ali. Gentleman riding for the UAE. Man, that was pretty on the outside split. He's on board boat number 7. What a gorgeous start. Let's see what happens here. Renee, that is a very interesting riding style. Perfectly positioned. It's going to be Andrew Hubert-Laurie on the inside. And I'm guessing boat number 7 on that outside split. It is boat number 7, Ali Al-Ali. And who's going to have the hole shot? As close as it is, it's going to be Andrew Hubert-Laurie with that hole shot. Followed by Ali Al-Ali from the UAE. Up in third, Andrew Vo. And in fourth, Albert Kubricks. And in fifth, Laurie. I had some penalties from moto number 1, which definitely put a little punch in the points here. Sultan Al-Shasharni actually got penalized in moto 1 for a knee in the tray. No penalties in moto number 2, though. And we're starting to get a little more weather as I'm hearing some rain coming down on the tent. But so far, so good. We'll just keep going. You are watching Andrew Hubert-Laurie, the young man from Estonia, only 15 years old. What a race resume this gentleman has. He lives in Estonia. He's a student. He loves ice hockey and skiing and just about anything that involves adrenaline. Gentleman right behind him, Ali Al-Ali. Ali Al-Ali. Ali Al-Ali rides for the United Arab Emirates and has a bit of royalty background there with Essa Al-Ali. Al-Ali. Essa, of course, one of the big XCAT racers and riding for the Victory team out of the United Arab Emirates. And sponsored by P&Co Marina. And there is Andrew Vo out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. Man, he's definitely getting some frequent flyer miles. He came all the way out from Texas to Poland to join this race. And then there is the Triple Aces in fourth. And that is Albert Kubricks riding for Latvia.
Rozpoczęliśmy, proszę Państwa, popołudniową serię wyścigów. To jest finałowy bieg klasy junior ski 13-15 stroke lights, czyli młodzi rajderzy w tej chwili w akcji w składzie Andrew Hubert-Laurie, Ali Al-Ali, Andrew Vo, Sultan Al-Shashani, Albert Kubricks i Saif Al-Shouei. Oni aktualnie na wodzie. To jest ten wyścig, który decyduje o miejscu na podium. Trzeci.
As we get underway, here's a bit of the recap from moto number 2, Andrew Hubert-Laurie with the hole shot and win again and the best lap time of 1:32.587. Ali Al-Ali with the second and Andrew Vo in third. Laurie had a pretty good cushion leading up to moto 3, as does Al-Ali and Vo, but no one can risk falling behind any further than third place to keep their podium positions. So while the points are looking good so far, nobody can fall back very far. We're watching the final moto And as it stands, it's looking pretty hot for Andrew Hubert-Laurie and Estonio. We're coming into this with 120 points, 2 wins for a pair of bookends, and he is looking for a hat trick this weekend. Ali right behind Andrew Hubert-Laurie. He's only 13 years old. He's a 3-time UAE champ and a 1-time vice world champion. As I mentioned, his dad rides for the Victory team. That's Essa Al-Ali, and it was really fun to catch up with Essa yesterday. He was mentioning that he really works hard with Ali to work out and train 5 days a week. And speaking of hard training, Sultan Al-Shoshani, who unfortunately nailed got one penalty in that first moto, and unfortunately that docked him a lap, putting him back. He's currently in 4th overall. Sultan Al-Shoshani is riding for Qatar. He has 82 points for that 4th place currently. Saif Al-Shashoueh on boat number 44 is back in 6th. And looking good out on the track. Andrew Hubert-Laurie, your race leader. 7 world time champion. He's only 15 years old. And as you can see, the battle between boat number 11 and 44 heating up. 11 is Sultan Al-Shoshani, is currently in 4th overall, and he needs to stay in that or move upwards. Meanwhile, the gentleman in 44, that's Saif Al-Shashoueh. Saif rides for the UAE, and he is putting some serious pressure on Sultan Al-Shoshani. Sultan, what a great story on that gentleman. His entire family, 4 generations represented out here from the Al-Shoshanis. He rides for Qatar. He's 13 years old. He lives in Qatar, Doha. Said he would like to win Pro Runabout GP someday. And there is Saif Al-Shashoueh. Back in 6th. And again, Sultan Al-Shoshani. He's already a 1-time Qatar champion, and currently he is holding Saif off. He's sponsored by Rip Speed Performance. By the way, that race number 11, in case that's familiar on Sultan's boat, that is the same number as Waleed, his brother, who won twice, so it must mean something, right? You are watching the battle again between 5th and 6th. That is Saif Al-Shashoueh from the UAE and Sultan Al-Shoshani from Qatar. And here is your race leader, Andrew Hubert-Laurie. This little rocket ship, Ali Al-Ali, has had such a great week so far. We've got the white flag out for junior ski, 13 to 15 4-stroke lights. Saif on board 44 has not let off the gas, trying to get around and move up a little bit, see if he can get an opportunity at that podium. It's going to be tough, though. Andrew Hubert-Laurie with 120 points on this final lap. He is going to be unbeatable. All he's got to do is keep that throttle on and finish this race, and Andrew will have this one locked in the bag. Ali Al-Ali has been solid, as I mentioned, all week, and he is looking good for 2nd. He's coming into this with 106 points. Andrew Vo's got 96 points, and that'll give him 3rd on this podium. Watching Andrew Hubert-Laurie as he hits the MasterCard buoy, and now he's got to make a decision. Does he stay on the outside? And yes, he is going to continue working that outside splits. Felt very comfortable on that all week. Already has taken a couple of titles. Andrew Hubert-Laurie with 1:42.834 on this lap. Final couple of turns for Andrew Hubert Laurie as he brings it home. Congratulations. That's all it took for a hat trick and a championship. Congratulations. Andrew Hubert Laurie riding for Estonia and bringing it home for junior ski. 13-15, 4-stroke lights. It's going to be Ali Ali for second. And Andrew Vo will be rounding out your top three in a beautiful job. No change out of, and no surprises actually out of that third moto. Beautiful job for all of these young riders. I am up here with the president of the IJSBA, Scott Frazier. How the heck are you, sir?
I'm wonderful, Don, because I'm at a great event with great people and a great announcer.
Bless you. You are too kind. What's happening this year? Tell me all the good, cool stuff that's happening with the IJSBA.
Well, as always, the competition's going to be great. This WGP1 World Series that awards a high points at the end of the series. The middle point is the World Championship. So that is really now up the ante. It's up the amplitude. I mean, the tension breaks because right there, it determines what you're going into the third round, right? So we've added to this a recreational component this year. We're having the first annual convention for personal watercraft owners. So it's going to bring a lot more fans, it's going to bring a lot more enthusiasts, and I bet you we breed some more racers.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear that. You heard it right here first at the first round in Ostrów, Poland, and this is the first round of the World Series. And, of course, the Jet Tribe Euro Finals 2024 as well. Scott, don't you go anywhere. We're going to do the rundown here on the next race, and then we'll come back with even more.
Na linii startu na stanowisku stop w składzie Kai Siemens, Kambodży, z Wielkiej Brytanii, Tony Heiskonen z Estonii, WATERJET z Estonii, Osman Min z Kambodży, Lorenzo Codipompino z Filipin i Alex Bogdanow z Łotwy.
All right, you guys, that's a look at our race schedule this afternoon. It is a big one, as you can tell. Novice Ski Stock is going to be coming up next, and pole position on the inside is going to be Vanson and Kay, who's currently leading in those points. And we didn't waste any time getting back up to that lineup, and we are just about to start this third and final moto. Vanson and Kay in the lead out of Cambodia with 120 points. Uh-oh. Well, anybody could see that was premature acceleration. And Peter DeSmit keeping nice and dry up there in the tower, but I noticed the red flag is out. And unfortunately quite prominent. While we've got just a quick break and bringing them back, I'll just another quick question for Scott. You've had a lot of great sponsors and supporters this year, and I know you had a few you wanted to do some shout-outs for, sir.
Yeah, most definitely. Coming to Lake Havasu City is a dream for a lot of people. It's an oasis in the desert, but it also requires you bring things in from far away, and that means expense. Fortunately, we get help from Lake Havasu City. We have an amazingly generous title sponsor this year, Short Block Technologies, and their family of equipment, and I'll tell you more about that after after the next heat.
You can tell this is not his first rodeo. Thank you so much, Scott. All right, again, while I got 2 seconds, Vanson and Kay leading in the points with 120. Sam Wilson in second with 106 points after two motos. And Tony Heiskanen is going to be third with 82 points. But check this out. Martin Teek is 1 point behind him in fourth, and we do a wicked restart. And looked like boat number 4, that was Osman Min, who actually was up in podium position. Unfortunately, went off of his boat in moto number 2, costing him critical points. He's back in fifth, but he's right in the money, 82 points. He's got 81 right now, and that is going to be very tight for that third place spot. Let's see what happens on the whole shot. Vanson and Kay is going to be the one to watch. And let's take a look and see who nails this. Boat number 30 is going to be coming out of that. And what did I say? It's like I'm a fortune teller. On that inside split, Vanson and Kay has got the whole shot. Let's see who he's going to match it up with. And that would be the number 4 boat. That is Osman Min out for a little redemption and also for an opportunity at a podium, and that is exactly what he needed to do. Coming from the outside split, let's see if Osman Min will be able to pull off a whole shot. Wow, that was just picture-perfect start. And boat number 30 is going to get the whole shot. Vancity K followed by boat number 4, Osman Min. Those are your top 2 riders as we get underway for the third and final moto here in novice ski stock. And we've got Tony Heiskanen up in third. And Marlon Teek will be fourth. And Cody Lorenzo Pontino in fifth. Big shout out to him, by the way. He also was in podium position, but unfortunately he too was off of his boat in an earlier moto. So again, your top 5, starting with Vancity K, and then boat number 4, Osman Min, and Tony Heiskanen in third, Martin Teek in fourth, and boat number 79, that is Cody Lorenzo Pontino, rounding out your top 5. We are now ready to go for novice ski stock. Looking pretty good for Vancity K. He's going to really have the momentum coming into this. I could see Summer Wilson on the live stream. Let's go, Sam. Novice ski stock is 8 minutes plus 1 lap. All right, and Jen Litham, good luck, Sam, on 68 as well. And by the way, we'll come back to Scott Fraser and finish up this interview right after this moto. We've got a lot of great action out on the water, and we don't want you to miss any of it. Vancity K is pushing through that front stretch. Let's take a look at the timing. 1.37.239 is the first lap time for Vancity K. Osman Min, 3.854 off the pace. Not very far off that pace. And look how close Tony Heiskanen is to Osman Min. Osman's only 3.5 seconds away from the leader, and Tony Heiskanen's 1.8 seconds right off of Osman Min. So these junior riders are very close together, very tightly packed, particularly this first couple laps. Nobody's walking away from anybody yet. There is your update from the timing. Special thanks to justracetime.com. You can check them out and join us on that live stream. We have QR codes all around the venue, or you can also catch that QR code. Just go straight to WGP1.com. Catch all the live race action, and please don't forget to join us on our live stream, but also our social media. Jet Ski World Series is our website. You can also catch us on Jet Ski World Series on either YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. You know what? We've even joined TikTok. We're at Jet Ski World Series with TikTok as well. So 8 minutes plus 1 lap. We're already on lap number 2, and we are 2.5 minutes into it. And I got to imagine that it's starting to get a little intense with these guys as they are fighting so much for this opportunity at a podium. But the big pressure is lying on this gentleman, Osman Min. He's in second place and fourth, and he's got so much pressure behind him. Osman Min out of Pattaya, Thailand. He's 25 years old, and he is needing to stay into that second spot. And look at Marlon Teek overtaking Tony Heiskanen out of the split. Marlon Teek is now your third place rider. The beautiful run on that pass. Sam Wilson also trying to get into that mix. Once again, your rundown. We've got Vancity K leading, boat number 4. That's Osman Min in second. The gentleman I was telling you that is 2 points away from getting a podium. It's a 3-way run between Osman Min, Tony Heiskanen, and Marlon Teek. All 3 of these guys have an opportunity to nail this podium, and they are within 3 points of each other. So I can only imagine that is where most of the pressure is sitting right now. Sam Wilson looking pretty good. Even though he is back a little bit in points, that is still protected. He's got a nice little cushion, about 14-point cushion for Sam Wilson. Needs to get up just a little bit, but I think he is still going to be fine. Oh, and just a correction on that, it's Martin Teek. I know we've got Marlon in these classes as well, but Martin Teek, the younger brother. And Martin is right in the hunt. He's got 81 points, tied for fourth, 1 point away for third. There is your second place rider, also tied 4 points with 81 points and 1 point away from third. That's the gentleman that has 82 points, Tony Heiskanen. And that three-way battle for this third place is heating up as we work our way through the laps. Weight stands right now, if nothing changes, it'll be Vanceden K, Sam Wilson, and then Osmond Min on the podium. But again, don't quote me yet, we're a little early. Back to timing, 1:38.750 for Vanceden K. And I get an opportunity there to watch Martin Teek. Martin all the way from Estonia. One of our young guns moving his way through this incredible, massive track. We had a 2-kilometer track here, and that is just the ski division track. It's a little over 2 kilometers for the runabout. We have 3 different tracks represented this weekend. Got a ski or stand-up track. Also, the sports will be running on that ski track. And then we've got the runabout, which is an extended track off to the right-hand side. And then we have this massive 7-mile track for endurance. And, man, what a great run that was this morning. And what an inspirational win from Hugo Pastorello. His father got in an accident and was unable to compete. He's a 3-time World Series champion. I'm talking about John Bruno Pastorello. But Hugo Pastorello making his father very proud this morning, and of course the rest of us as well aboard that big Kawasaki boat, taking the win in endurance. Back to novice ski stock. You are watching Martin Teek. Wow, what a beautiful turn. That was Cody Lorenzo Pontino who was whipping through those turns. He's on that outside split. He's definitely going to be one to watch. Comes into this with 79 points, and frankly, he too is in the game. White flag is up. We do not have a lot of real estate left as Vanceden K continues to control the momentum for novice ski stock and this final moto. So again, if we don't have any changes, it is going to be Vanceden K, Sam Wilson, and Osmond Min. Let's see what happens on these final couple of buoys. Robert Fisher, come on, Sam Wilson. Hey, if you guys got a special rider that you want to shout it out for, just let me know on the live stream. If you've got questions for us, if you want to find out more about jet ski racing, just let us know. We're happy to fill you in and get all of your answers for you. We just really appreciate you being a part of all of the race action here. Woo, this is awesome. And we've got just a long shot here of Osmond Min. And it looks like Osmond moved into the lead coming off of that back stretch. What kind of craziness? Nope, it's Vanceden K still. Too close on the boat. So Vanceden is still leading. He goes to the inside. That's going to put Osmond Min on that outside split. And Vanceden K going to bring it on home. All he's got to do is stay aboard. Even if he goes down at this point, as long as he stays top 4, he's got this locked. Just going to cruise through that inside split. And oh, an upset coming out of that. It's Osmond Min with the win. Osmond Min taking the win. Vanceden K will be second. And let's see who ends up in that third place spot. It's going to be Martin Teek. Unofficially, let me just double check our timing here. Once again, though, that final lap just coming out of the outside. It was Osmond Min, followed by Vanceden K. And actually, Heiskanen's inched out for that third place spot. Heiskanen, Tony Heiskanen on boat number 117 will have third. And Martin Teek will end up with fourth. All right, so that is going to allow Osmond Min to be on the podium. Right now we've got, again, the breakdown. Vanceden K will have your grand championship. In second will be Sam Wilson. And then your third place will go to Osmond Min. We are on to expert runabout 1100 stock. And down on the line in the pole position, boat number 2, Henry Kappas, has got the inside pole position, and he's your current race leader with 60 points out of the first moto. And boat number 77 lined up right next to him. Looks like boat number 33 on the outside, and that is Falin Salih, who is back in 5th. And we got a good start. We'll see who's going to be converging on that front stretch. Henry Kappas on that inside. And a boat number 17, Anton Ignacio, smoking a hole shot for the Philippines on the outside. Let's see who gets to meet up. Renee boy. Go, 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 Anton. Well, boy, he must have heard you. Anton Ignacio just smoked the hole shot in moto number 2 in expert runabout 1100 stock. Followed by Henry Kappas. It's going to be Niels Whitling up there in 3rd. Sultan Alamadi will be 4th, but yep, Anton Ignacio is your race leader. What a beautiful start for Anton Ignacio. Man, came out of there like a hot knife through butter. He's lived in Manila since he was 2 years old. He's a student and an athlete. That boat was built by 777 Performance. He says every race he does a little quick prayer. The 17 was his first boat that he got from Australia, and he said, you know, that's been my lucky number ever since, so he just keeps running it. Roadbug Builders and Jet Pilot and Networks Jet Sports are just some of his sponsors. His first race was the 2019 JSAP Tour. I love how these guys make sure that I know it's the Jet Ski Association of the Philippines. That was his first race, and coincidentally, that was his first win as well. He's a 2-time Philippine champion in novice runabout 1100 stock. You're watching the antics of Anton Ignacio as he takes that outside split. Scott, I see they stole you away for a little bit more in-depth interview. We'll do some quick interviews with him since he's getting an opportunity to hang out with us. We'll just get through this race first. We got Henry Kappas right up in 2nd. Henry took the win in that first moto with Anton Ignacio in 2nd, and what an interesting flip-flop between the two of them. So you've got Estonia lining up against the Philippines. And that is Niels Whitling on that brand new boat riding for Germany. Niels and his dad, so passionate about jet ski racing. It's been so much fun to catch up with these guys back in the pits. Niels Whitling is who you were watching back in 3rd place. Niels is 17 years fast. Lives in Frechen, Germany. Used to live in Thailand, he said. Sponsored by Motul. His first race was in 2019. He's already a German champion and a European champion. And a lot of people shouting out for Anton Ignacio on that live stream. Let's take a look at the timing as we got these guys with a full lap now. Anton Ignacio with the 1:45, 1:21. You know how close this is? Henry Kappas is 2.470 seconds behind him. That is all. Unbelievable how close these guys really are. Even trickier in the stock division because they really don't have horsepower to help them make up for any mistakes. To me, this is one of the better types of race divisions. I love that the IJSBA has put this together, the ability for these guys to race stock. One of the things that it truly does is it really helps the rider learn not just the basic skills, but also it clearly adds illumination to any of these minor mistakes, because it can pretty quickly become apparent that you could go from first to second if you're not paying attention to the little things, how you go into the turn, how you are working your throttle and being consistent, keeping the boat hooked up. All of those factor into a championship run, and you're watching one of the best at it. There's Niels Whitling on boat number 13. Boat number 15, and he is in third. Niels Whitling, 2.8 seconds behind Henry Koppas. So as you can see, these guys bunched up very close together. Philin Salih is 1.4 seconds behind Neil. You can actually see this playing out too on the screen on that backstretch. I'm just going to call that a fake backstretch or a faux stretch, because quite frankly, you're not going to get much time to relax back there. Peter DeSmit, evil man that he is, has actually created quite a technical course for these riders this year, and I mean that in the greatest way. I'm so glad that Peter and his team put together a very technical track. It makes for great racing, but it also allows for these riders to truly have an opportunity to showcase their skills, and it also makes sure that none of the riders truly just walk away. Back stretches can be really brutal if you get out horsepowered, so it's super cool to see these very technical tracks. So backstretch, very short. These guys have to be quick. And, of course, some of our fans up there. Expert runabout, 1100 stock is what you were watching. Let's take a look again at the time. Anton Ignacio on that lap was a 1:45.888. His best, he's very consistent. His best time was a 1:45.121. That was his best lap time for Anton Ignacio. Gentleman that loves hip-hop in his music playlist. Fourth place, you got Philin Salih, who actually just moved up into fourth. Philin on boat number 33 actually started the race back in 6th, and he has moved up 2 positions to jump in behind Niels Whitling. Beautiful run from the rider from Cambodia. So again, Philin Salih from Cambodia has moved up into 4th. Philin Salih with a 1:43.953. Isn't it funny how the lap times could tell that story? And he'd been running that for the last couple of ones. And that was enough to, as I had mentioned in stock, when you are trying to overtake somebody, it's not that you're just going to be able to use horsepower against them. You're going to have to plan a long game here. And actually, I'm not sure if Scott ever raced stock division. I'll find out from him when we do the racing. He'll probably give you some pretty good insights on that. Again, hanging out up here with Scott Frazier, our president of the IJSBA, who's had some fantastic revelations on some of the cool things we're going to get to see this year at the World Finals. That's going to be our second stop of this crown jewel, the Triple Crown here of the World Series, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. We will be there in October. Coming unhooked just a little bit on the inside split. Watching Anton Ignacio scoot through and Henry Koppas, but that's Niels Whitling. That was on the inside. Philin Salih was trying to get up on him, but Niels very tough to pass. He's very good at playing defense. But when he came unhooked on that inside split, those are the kind of minor things that we were talking about. That's just enough. You have to keep the boat hooked up in order to maintain that forward momentum. But if you get caught in any of that chop, man, it's really tough to keep these boats just sitting in the water just perfect. O'Neill's trying to run as quickly as he can on the right-hand side of the track. We've got a series of quick one-buoy turns, several chicane turns, and as you can see, not a lot of brakes on the backstretch. See what I mean? Just about the time you get to open it up, you got to take this big, sharp left-hand elbow turn. And you come back again, and there's your micro backstretch that you're watching before you come to the split section. You're watching the racing here in Poland on one of the biggest rural agricultural lakes in middle of Poland. This lake supplies a lot of the water for the crops. It's 45 kilometers. And a very big lake, one of the biggest lakes in this area. And super fun to play on, watching Anton Ignacio going to the outside split. 148.203. It's a little off that pace. Whoa, Henry Kappas. Also following that outside split, Henry has reduced his gap to a 1.440. Niels Whitling still feeling that pressure from Falin Sali and still holding off Falin Sali. It's interesting, he saw Falin, and so just continuing to play defense, but he did stay on the inside. I think he feels a little bit more comfortable on that inside split, or feels it's faster. So he is going to protect that defense. Saw several of the top guns from Team Kawasaki up in the stands. We really appreciate you guys being here, and big shout out to one of our awesome manufacturer, Kawasaki. I can see Joyce shouting out on the live stream, "Go Anton, PH17." The Philippines team going crazy, watching the racing, and how exciting that Anton knocked a whole shot in. He got second in this first moto. This is exactly what he needed for two reasons. It's going to tie him up as they go into moto number 3 between him and Henry Kappas. And also, this is a huge confidence builder for Anton Ignacio. Just a really great little rider. Paul Del Rosario also coming unglued on the live stream. He's very excited. Jerry Ramos also shouting out for Anton. Bon Castro, stay in the lead, buddy. Just some of the cool pieces of feedback we're getting. If you are sponsoring or supporting one of the riders out here, please shout them out on the live stream. Henry Kappas coming through, and second, and Niels Whitling still protecting that third place shot, forcing Falin Sali to take that outside split over and over. Well done defense for Niels Whitling. Lap time was 1:47.171. As I mentioned, very consistent. And the time dropped back on that one. It was as little as 1:14, and now it is up to a 2.987. So Anton Ignacio starting to inch away from Henry Kappas. You don't see that very often. Henry Kappas out of Saku, Estonia. Used to live in Tallinn. He's 19 years old. A gentleman right after my own heart. He likes to eat, play video games, and sleep. Scott Fraser agrees. Good times. He's currently a student in Kohila Gymnasium, and he wants to be a Euro champion and a world champion. Talking about Henry Kappas, the gentleman up in second. Eat, sleep, play video games. I kind of like that. I'm just saying. All right. This is only 8 minutes plus 1 lap, and we're almost at 12. Excuse me, 10 minutes plus a lap. We're at about 12 minutes right now. You were watching Expert run about 1100 stock. That's actually 14 minutes plus a lap. Check me out, just adding minutes to this one. All right, we're currently at 11:41 on the clock, and a 1:47.171 is what Anton Ignacio just posted on lap number 7. Henry Kappas. And both, interesting that all of your top 2 riders went through, and then Niels Whitling decided to follow as a white flag comes up. Whitling being very sneaky. He'd been working that inside split most of the race, and then right on that last lap, as the white flag was coming up, he snuck out to the outside, followed the other riders through. He's just making sure that he is staying in a full... Oh, no! What is going on? Falin Sali just pulled a lanyard or something, stuttered on the boat. That was just enough to put the nail in the coffin on that one. Again, your final lap in Falin Sali was just a minor mistake, but you're in stock. You won't be able to make that up unless something crazy happens on top 3. You never count that out. But tough break for the gentleman from Cambodia. Anton Ignacio on the big 1-7 boat, bringing it home for Team Philippines, JSAP, Jet Ski Association of Philippines. Man, that team has grown a ton the last 4 years. Harley David has been a big part of that. Paul Del Rosario, Louis Bahizan, of course. All of those guys working very hard to build that, and they've really put together a big crop of juniors. I'll tell you who else has really been growing with juniors. Qatar and the UAE has been really bringing the juniors to the table. And you saw that playing out earlier with Ali Al-Ali from the UAE. Just a micro missile. There he is as he works his way through the final couple of turns. You're watching Anton Ignacio from the Philippines. He took the whole shot, and he has had the reins of this lead for the entire time. What a beautiful job. Congratulations, Anton Ignacio, taking the win. It's got to be Henry Coppice for second. Woo woo. And I can see that was the Niels Whitling team. Unfortunately, you can see Henry Coppice, although he got second, they're all going to head back over into Tech. And Scott Frazier, I know you wanted to chime in on the stock division and these riders.
Well, it was all three, and tying it back into World Finals, where we actually have the world's trade show for personal watercraft. And you're going to see all the lifestyle and accessory products, but all of the manufacturers headline it. And what I want to point out is the last three divisions that the viewers have seen here are all stock watercraft. They are all things that you pick up the way that you see it on the showroom. The engines are stock, the pumps are stock, and the hulls are stock. They might add a little bit of handling component or some flair, like the right kind of colored mats. But what you're seeing is exactly what they're riding that's going to be at our show.
Man, I really love that. Scott Frazier, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate getting all the updates.
Oh, you'll also see our title sponsor, Short Block Technologies, and all their family of products like Hydro, Turf, Adonis, props, and more.
You can tell that guy used to race. Thank you so much, Scott Frazier. That was epic. Oh, my gosh. Hey, guys, we're back to Veteran Ski GP. I couldn't stop giggling at that. That was awesome. All right, we're down to Veteran Ski GP, and the gentleman that took the win in the first moto is Anthony Dean out of Great Britain aboard boat number 81. He's lined up on the pole on the outside as we get underway and ready to go. Ooh, that was a good start for boat number 99 and for Anthony Dean. That was Valerie Doha right next to Anthony. Keep your eyes out for boat number 81 and 91. Let's see who nails it on the outside, but that's going to be super duper close. Anthony hole-shotted in moto number 1 and took the win, posting the best lap time of a 1:40.855. The battle was for second between Sergei Lysenko and Philip Dufaude. 2:24. Did I just mention Philip Dufaude? Yes, I did. He got the whole shot on the inside. Sergei was at one point less than a second behind Dufaude, and finally in lap 6 at the splits took over from Dufaude. Unfortunately, during the lap, Sergei went off the boat. Dufaude moved right back up, and Dufaude got second in moto number 1, and that is going to be Anthony Dean meeting up with Dufaude. This looks like deja vu. Anthony Dean gets the whole shot. Going to be Dufaude for second. What a beautiful start for Anthony Dean, who said he was going to retire and then, came back. Anthony Dean in Vets Ski GP. Wow. Great start. That was about picture perfect. British Enduro champion, a one-time world champion, a multiple-time British and European champion. I asked him to pin it down and give me numbers, and he was like, I can't even remember it all. Anthony Dean is leading, followed by Philippe Dufaude. Sergei Lysenko is in third, and Jonathan Fan up in fourth. Valerie Doha in fifth. And Mikhail Vichard is in sixth. That gets you up to speed as we get underway. First couple of full laps here, and I'll get you a lap time in just a second. Oh, and here we are down live with Scott Frazier.
Hello, Don. Well, since no one's asking me a question, I'll tell you all about Short Block Technologies, the title sponsor of this year's World Finals. They've made a career out of helping racers with replacement engines that are excellently engineered when they need them, and now they're stepping up the table to provide title sponsorship so that everybody has an amazing race, which will also be the second round of this World Series, the WGP 1 World Series. Here we are in Poland. The racers are giving it their best. They're upping the tension for the next round that's going to be in Lake Havasu City.
All right, I'm going to put you under some pressure here, Scott. Give me top 4 reasons why I have got to be at Lake Havasu City, Arizona in October.
Well, top 4 reasons for everyone else starts with you're there, Don. So that's good by itself. But also, let's add to it, the weather is amazing. It is the personal watercraft capital of the world. We have everything from a world's personal watercraft trade show, beautiful sunsets, an amazing lake, a hospitable city, and every team you can imagine is coming there to compete for that World Championship and the second round of the WGP1 World Series. Was that 4 things?
I am so convinced already. I've just got to say, how long has the IJSBA been going, sir?
So IJSBA has been around since the mid-1970s. I cannot pin down exactly which day that it started, but the World Finals has been going on since 1982, making this our 43rd consecutive World Finals.
Woohoo! And Scott Frazier, as the president of the IJSBA, we've just been so honored to have you be a part of it. What is your biggest highlight of being the president of this fantastic association?
Watching all of these young athletes come together and the competitive spirit, the passion they have for personal watercraft, which is something that is near and dear to my heart, having raced for many, many years. But the camaraderie and watching kids get better and grow up and never leave behind this spirit of being together and coming from all over the world. One passion, one sport, it's just amazing.
Oh my gosh, just adore you. Scott Frazier, thank you so much for all you do for us and for the sport. We appreciate you. Have an amazing day, sir.
Thank you, Don.
All right, back to the racing. Boat number 113 has moved up into second. That is Sergey Alisenko. And, man, this live stream has gone nuts. Heike Ritchie saying go Anthony. Laura Ann Smith saying go Dino. David Sims, go Matey. And a ton of others shouting out. Bon Castro still watching. I like how the commentators bringing the action. Thank you so much, bud. Erickson Rubino, wow, that was awesome. Tons. Keep it up. And congratulations to all the great riders. Right now you're watching Veteran Ski GP, and it is Anthony Dean out of Great Britain that is bringing home the thunder this last lap. This last lap, he had a 1:42.187. All right, you're watching the battle between Anthony Dean and Sergey Alisenko, who is on the charge. That gentleman aboard, I think that's Martin Manny's old boat. Harley Ritchie and I were talking about it yesterday on the stream, but man, that boat is gorgeous. Look how close Sergey Alisenko is getting to Anthony Dean, and he had to work to get there. He started out in third out of the first couple of laps, got around Philippe Dufaude, and now Sergey Alisenko is bringing some pressure on Anthony Dean, your race leader. He rides for Cyprus. Philippe Dufaude up in third, riding for France. So your countries that are represented, just your top 3 is 3 different countries. You've got Great Britain, and then you've got Cyprus, and then you've got France represented. And of the 10 riders, 8 different countries are represented on the track. How crazy is that? Watching Veterans Ski GP. Let me get you some times. Ooh. Skimming a little bit. Anthony Dean came out of that turn and skimmed the nose under the water there. That's going to cost a little bit of time. His last lap was a 1:44.864. His best lap time is a 1:38.260. Sergey Alisenko, a 1:3.58. And Philippe Dufad as a .25, a little bit behind, just 2.5 seconds behind Alasinko. And then Jonathan Fans moved up into fourth. Well, he's actually still in fourth out of that start. But a great ride for Jonathan Fan. Michael Vichard is in fifth, and Valerie Doha in sixth. No change. Just a shout out, though. Bogdanovnas is in seventh, and Reynes is back in eighth. Lap time, a 1:44.864 for Anthony Dean. Oh, we could have a change of leadership, and we do. Sergei Alasinko from Cyprus just posted the top spot as he came out of that inside split. Sneaky, sneaky Sergei. Nice, nice move for Sergei Alasinko. Sergei Alasinko, your new race leader. What a beautiful move out of that inside split. Anthony Dean in second, and then boat number 224, that is Philippe Dufad running up in third, and Jonathan Fan from Kawasaki riding in fourth. Sophie Miller, I just appreciate you. You have just been so supportive all week. Sophie Miller saying, go, go, Dino. That should be a lyric, don't you think, or some kind of song. Rick Powell, morning, Dawn. Hey, it's good to have you there, sir. Yeah, beautiful setup and pass, Chris. I absolutely agree. And I love how Sergey did that on that inside split, but I also thought it was quite fun to watch him push through those buoys. Very physical rider on the stand-up. I've really got to figure out a way to get Chris McCluggage on the line so that we can get some of his feedback. It is really, to me, quite valuable for him to pass off some of that knowledge. Chris McCluggage, of course, the GOAT in our industry for sure. Mac, thanks for hanging with us. We appreciate you, and it's so much fun to watch your son. That's our third place rider, Philippe Dufad. David Sins, come on, Dino, you demand. Well, Dean Anthony came into this with 60 points, and Sergei Alasinko was back in sixth with 36 points. There you see Jonathan Fan, boat number 79, and John's moved up into third. He got around Philippe Dufad. Philippe, a little recap on that. And you can actually see John Fan coming from the inside. He did exactly what Sergei Alasinko did. And then on top of that, I think that Philippe Dufad might be having a little bit of boat trouble because I saw him right off of that front stretch drop back a little bit. Like something might have been happening with the engine. We'll find out more after the brief, but right now, all about Sergei Alasinko and Anthony Dean. Cyprus versus Great Britain. And let's take a look at the lap times. Sergei Alasinko with a 1:41.486. Anthony Dean 7.2 seconds off the pace. And that was lap number 6. And as they make their way through these final series of turns, we've got a chance to watch Jonathan Fan, who flew all the way over here from California. And you can see Sergei Alasinko right at the bottom of your screen, scooting through. This is a 14-minute race plus 1 lap. Agreed, Mac. He is very fit. We're close to 10 minutes right now, and I'm seeing no slowing down from Sergei Alasinko. But what I am seeing here is some charging. That is John Fan making a move on Great Britain. That's Anthony Dean. He is feeling a little pressure from the Kawasaki rider, John Fan, on boat 79. Watching Anthony Dean in second. And there's John Fan in third. John Fan out of Orange County, California, born and raised, said he's disliked seafood. I love his life goal. This cracks me up. He's good friends with this guy, by the way. Life goals, be faster than Kanamori. I hear you, bud. and win the Marcon Endurance Race. I like that too. By the way, his boat is actually built by the great Minoru Kanamori, and hopefully we'll get an opportunity to have Kanamori come up here and interview with us tomorrow. John, see if you can make that happen for me. All right, last lap time was a 1.40686 for Sergei Alasenko. Anthony Dean had a 16-second deficit from your race leader, and John Fan is within 1.096 seconds of Anthony Dean. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on Anthony and John. John once again goes to the inside split. I don't know, man. If you guys, your eyes are as good as mine, it looks to me like John Fan might come out of this split faster than Anthony Dean. Nice turn on the inside splits. Turn number 4, also very clean. It's going to come up on the doubles and then drop into the front stretch. And I think John may have it. Does he have the momentum, though? Anthony Dean pushes him off. Now, by the way, John, I think, is on a stalker. But nevertheless, that was wicked. White flag is out for your Warcki GP. And again, Sergei Alasenko leading for Cyprus. Anthony Dean from Great Britain second. John Fan in third, representing the U.S. Anthony having to really milk it around these turns, doing a little quick backstretch. That is like blood in the water for the rider behind you. I can see John watching that. I don't think I'm supposed to, Chris. Ken Gallagher, yeah, buddy, get after it, John Fan. Mr. Ritchie, come on, Anthony. Watching the final couple of turns for Sergei Alasenko. Wow, this guy has really been impressive. He's both a Cypriot and a Russian. He was born in Russia, 40 years old, lives in Cyprus since 2017. He's an IT entrepreneur, and he is also really quick. Congratulations to Sergei Alasenko for taking the win in moto number 2 for Veteran Ski GP. Mike Georgi said, I finally found you on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can be the one to out him as Batman, Jonathan Fan. All right, continuing this battle, and John Fan's on the inside. Oh, he came out of that really quick. John Fan on this final series of turns, and he takes over second from Anthony Dean right on the final 3 turns. Beautifully done for John Fan, who moves into second place, and that is going to complete Warcki GP. We'll be right back right after this.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people, for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe. Presented by Freedom Racing.
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
And we're back for the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 World Series Round 1. This is novice run about 1100 stock, and we've already got these guys ready to go off the line. I see red, people. Unfortunately, premature acceleration. Once again, plaguing the line. Peter, how tired is that arm getting, bud? We're going to have to get you an electronic arm just to hold that red flag up. We're wearing you out. You're going to have to go do bench pressing. Look at Peter giving me a hard time from the tower. I see Kimberly up there grinning as well. What an amazing team we have here for the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024. We are so lucky in the World Series Round 1. Our production crew, bar none, is one of the best in the world. And not only do they do that, but they do that as a traveling show, because you can imagine all of the things that you have to overcome every time you move into another country and you're trying to put on an event of this caliber. And not only do we do that where electronics really hate water, and yet what do? We line up right next to the water because, you know, we're cool like that. Nah. Yeah, just a recap. They're only going to give these guys 2 of these red flags, and then after that, they're going to do this next start, and they are just going to continue on. Even if you do a jump start, they're just going to automatically knock you a lap down. You're watching novice run about 1100 stock. The winner in the first moto was Ahmed Al-Hirmi from Bahrain. He's on boat number 99. He's actually lined up on the pole position on the inside. Saman Alawadi from the UAE on boat number 7 is lined up on the pole position on the outside. And those are your first and second place riders. Mustin Min from Cambodia is aboard boat number 33, and he also is lined up on the outside. Looks like boat number 77 is going to have to start with a dead engine. Oh, that's a bummer. That's Glenn Boddy, who just had a birthday this week. Well, at least you had a cool birthday, Glenn. Sorry that you have to start with a dead engine, sir. Motor number 1, Ahmed Al-Hirmi from Bahrain took the whole shot and the win with a 7-second lead over second place. Salman Alawadi in third. Killian Boy was originally slated for third, but a penalty for missing a buoy resulted in him getting 10th. Third place went to Mustin Min, who went from 4th to 3rd. Ahmed Al-Amadi, who would have finished 4th, also got penalized for a missed buoy, which made it way for Angelo Ventus to finish in 4th for the moto instead. There's your recap for moto number 1 as we get ready to go. Ahmed Al-Hirmi from Bahrain is leading in points, followed by Saman Alawani, Mustin Min in 3rd, and Angelo Ventus in 4th. Alexis Milicia rounds out your top 5 as we get ready to go. And you can see the fans out there eagerly awaiting. That was actually Katarina Sepp, I believe, that we just got a chance to say hi to. Alina Priscarau, I agree with you. We're going to get an opportunity to watch Sebastian Davidscu from Romania on boat number 12. Got a really cool story about him. And actually, he is lined up right on the outside. And take a look at that outside boat. You will notice something unusual but incredibly inspiring. Sebastian Davidscu is actually racing with one arm, and he is an amazing racer. And in fact, I think he got very close to a hole shot. Had to make a quick adjustment, and that's going to cost him, but unfortunately. But Sebastian Davidscu actually for a moment had a hole shot, and actually I think he might still be in that top 3 on the outside. Meanwhile, boat number 99 on the inside is going to have the hole shot. That's Ahmed Al-Hirmi from Bahrain. And he's going to be meeting up with boat number 18 from the Philippines, and that is Angelo Ventus. Yeah, JSAP, you are showing up in the house today. And you can see the holders down there going rampant. And it is going to be boat number 99, Ahmed Al-Hirmi, with the hole shot, followed by boat number 18, Angelo Ventus in a second. Again, recap on that. Ahmed Al-Harmi from Bahrain is in the lead. Angelo Ventus in second. Maddox Reichert up in third. And Killian Boy in fourth. Oh my goodness, check this out. In boat number 12, Sebastian Davescu on boat 12 is in fifth place. And again, gentlemen, don't know the story yet on that. I'll see if I can get that for you, but he actually has one arm, and he has been racing with that incredibly well, and he is currently in fifth on the track of a field, out of a field of 11. Very inspiring. Sebastian Davescu, the gentleman in fifth, 17 years old, out of Constanța, Romania. He got that number when he first started racing and ski, and he's just kept it. And he has the same favorite music as I do, so I like him even more. He loves house music. So do I. There's your top two riders, and man, they are too close for comfort. These guys are right in each other's pockets. I'm talking about first and second. Boat number 99, Ahmed Al-Harmi from Bahrain is leading, but the gentleman, man, right behind him like a bad day occurring. That is Angelo Ventus from the Philippines on boat number 18 in second. Nicknamed Jello. Jello, I like you, but I want to pass now. All right, don't tell him I sang. Let's see. Jello's workout music, Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. Said he lives in Caloocan City, Philippines. And he dislikes broken jet skis, which I think is a universal dislike. Michelle Dimoff, let's go 66 and 71. She's shouting for Maddox Reichert and Killian Boy. Appreciate you listening. Thanks, Michelle. Love having you on the live stream. Thanks, Selena. It's great to have you. Speaking of times, let's go take a look at some. Ahmed Al-Harmi with a 1:46.512 is leading. Angelo Ventus is only 2.879 seconds off the leader, and you can see that playing out on that backstretch. 2.89 seconds. That's not enough time to even sneeze. So at this point, it's going to be really critical for the gentleman from Bahrain, that is Ahmed Al-Harmi. He has got to stay focused. He's going to run to the outside. Looks like Angelo Ventus, Jello, is going to take that inside split and see if he can run him down. Man, that worked really great in the ski division. Let's see if it works in novice run about 1100 stock. Jello looking solid on turn 4. Goes to the turn 5, 6, and then the doubles. And Jello looking quick. Not going to be enough on this one. Look at him trying to run over there and cut off Ahmed Al-Harmi. He was just waiting to get past that merge buoy. Just 2 seconds is the average between first, second, and third. We've got 8 minutes plus 1 lap. These Ventus saying go, go, go on the live stream. 2 seconds is all that's separating the top 3 riders, average 2 to 2.5 seconds. Last lap time for Ahmed Al-Harmi was a 1:48.334. His fastest lap time today, a 1:46.512. Ahmed Al-Harmi, your race leader. After taking that win in the first moto, if he gets this, that's going to really lock him into a comfortable position. Ahmed Al-Harmi from Bahrain with 60 points going into this, getting a chance to watch the crowds. And, man, we have been filling up the seats this week. And despite the rain this afternoon, we had a brief big bout of rain. We are still Very crowded up at the grandstands and all back in Vendor Alley. We've got a ton of great vendors here this weekend. I do want to say a very special shout out to Jet Tribe, our title sponsor. And of course, please give lots of love to all the sponsors that you're seeing down here at the bottom left corner of the screen. And do not forget to join us on all of our social media. Jet Ski World Series pretty much will get you anywhere you want to go on any of our social feeds. And oh boy, Jello is getting closer. Jello is getting closer on the inside split. The Philippine rider does come out of that quicker. Still not able to shut down the powerhouse. That's Ahmed El-Hermi from Bahrain coming from that outside, and he still held on to it. 1.50459 was the time on lap number 4. Angelo Ventos, not even a full second behind him. 0.2 of a second behind him. We are 6.23 minutes into an 8-minute plus 1 lap race. Ahmed El-Hermi. What a great run. And amazing defense as well, as he has been watching Jello go through that inside split. He's just been watching for him, but every single time he has not let him play chicken with him. I'd love to tell you more about Ahmed El-Hermi from Bahrain, but unfortunately he's a man of mystery because I do not have a bio on him. So a deep and mysterious pass. Oh, you guys really liked that, didn't you? Goobers. All right, Ahmed El-Hermi from Bahrain on that outside. We got a great picture of him, though. Ahmed El-Hermi outside and Jello Ventus on the inside split. Jello looking so... Ooh, that was a nice turn. Whipping through there. Ah, that turn 4 was nice. Actually, that was turn 6. He's going straight to the doubles. Quick for Angelo. Oh, and he actually popped to the outside. I believe Angelo just scored the lead. That was interesting, playing chicken coming across. Now, you can't merge until after those merge buoys. But Angelo Ventos pulled it off. So put your hands together for Jello, who just moved into the lead. Man, he really wanted that. He worked on that for 4 laps. Nice move for Angelo Ventus. Go Jello. Go Jello. Angelo Inigo Ventus from the Philippines, 19 years old. He's a student. That boat is a 2023 Jet Blaster. Here's our instant replay. Jello taking a look, making sure it's safe, and then he just comes right over and checks up Ahmed El-Hermi on boat number 99. Nice pass for Jello Ventus. Great instant replay action. I asked him what makes a difference in your racing, and he said go-karting at city kart racing. Apparently. I kind of want to go go-karting now after watching that. First race was in 2017 for Angelo. Coincidentally, his first win was also in 2017. He was an Asian World Cup champion in Osaka this year. Our very first race of the year, the Asian Cup. And Angelo, well represented, taking the win. There is your third place rider, boat number 66. Maddox Reichert out of Germany. Isn't this crazy? So your leader's from the Philippines. Your second place is from Bahrain. Your third place rider is from Germany. And then boat number 71 is your fourth place rider. That's Killian Boy, and he also is from Germany. All right, you guys, light up that live stream for us. Give us some questions. And congratulations goes to boat number 18 for taking the win in Moto number 2. That is Jello Ventus. Beautiful job. I don't know. I think that Philippines team might be a little over the top happy right now. Go Philippines. We are on to Expert Ski Modified. We've got Mattis Reynes, who took the win in that first moto. Alrighty, and it is going to be boat number 21. That is Carl Joseph Steinberg in second. Sharon Pagulin Frehuber, Go 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 Inigo City Kart Racing Team. Okay, that's awesome. Ariane Van Cutsum, Go Body Glenn Body on boat 77. So a lot of people have been cheering on. Sire Glosenda, Go number 1. Thais Ventus, Great Race Jello. Only 59 seconds were separating those two on that lap. Insanity. Here's Expert Ski Mod, and here's our recap. In moto number 1, Mattis Reynes posted the best lap of 1:28.343, took the whole shot in the win with a comfortable 15-second lead over Carl Joseph Steinberg in second. Salim Almatawa finished in third. That is your recap for the very first moto. See our Kawasaki teams. You can see Qatar teams in the house up in the grandstands. Wave when you hear me. Rashid Al Tayer up in the stands with the Dubai police team. Good to have you guys. I see Germany up there, England, hanging out. Do I have anybody from Poland? Hello. Great to have you. Khalid up there, chilling like a villain. Tons of fun people up there hanging in the stands, just waiting for the next race to come up. And speaking of that, Expert Ski Modified is on deck. I loved those guys going down the grandstands and giving cheers and waves. That was so cute. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Great start for Expert Ski Modified. Mattea Reynes. Bada boom, bada bing. Just like that. Matthias Reynes out of Estonia. Gentleman that just got in the military and the army. They let him out on good behavior. I'm just kidding. They actually let him go out on leave and come and race jet skis. And I got to tell you, the most happy person I've ever seen was Yuki Francois Kuriashi when she saw Mattis Reynes in the pits. She just about lost her mind. One of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet. All right, Salim Almatawa coming out of there in that second place spot. Carl Joseph Steinberg going to be third, but Mattis Reynes going to get the whole shot for this second moto. It's so great to see all these fun people. Dzień dobry. Great to see you. Tomac's down there laughing at my horrible Polish accent.
Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Tomac. Appreciate you. Mattis Reynes leading in this second moto for Expert Ski Modified. We've got Tomac Zveski, who's been helping me out on the announcing. He's been filling in all of the fans that have been coming to hang out with us around Ostrów and some of the other neighboring towns to come and watch this amazing race. And we are so honored to have everyone here. See Marit Kanespike saying, go Mattis Reynes. Thanks, Marit. Salim Almatawa, second. Sorry, Tomac, you go ahead, bud. my goodness. Carl Joseph Steinberg came from that inside split. Salim Al-Matawa on borrowed property, and actually he's got a stock boat. And Carl Joseph Steinberg just smoked by him. That was beautiful. Salim Al-Matawa, another great rider. He's a rider out of Kuwait, and I've had the privilege of announcing for him for many years. Just a fantastic individual. Salim Al-Matawa, 26 years old. He likes to have a light jog and a stretch, he said, before every race. He's sponsored by Pro Rider Garage and Kawasaki Kuwait. But, again, he is on a stalker for the most part, and Carl Joseph Steinberg is on a expert ski modified, not to take away from that pass because that was beautiful. Second place, Carl Joseph Steinberg. Carl, by the way, is out of Estonia. He's 20 years old. Lived in Norway for 5 or 6 years, he said. He's a student. His big sports goal is to win the novice ski stock title. And he has got an opportunity this weekend. He's sponsored by Wall Design. Aw. Jen Aguilar saying hello, Joyce, to Dios Ignacio and Baumet. Good luck to Anton. As we watch Matthias Reines counting down the laps. He just makes this look way too easy. Matthias's time on lap number 3 was a 1:29.950. A 1:29.950 for Matthias Reines on lap number 3. Well, hello, everybody in the stands. It's good to see you. We've got our cameras on you. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Watching Matthias Reines cruise through these laps. Gentleman that says he doesn't really like the cold weather in Estonia, which is unfortunate because what I know of Estonia seems to be pretty cold a lot. He's really a fan of Yamahas, and he likes to race the light classes and the 2-stroke classes. He's got both a stock and a 4-stroke boat that's built by B&J. The light boat was built by him and his dad. And he always has his pre-race registration. His dad always holds him. His dad's name's Ott. And he always does a quick handshake with his father before he does a race. Oh, popped the merge buoy, just barely touched it. As long as he doesn't go over it, should be okay as far as not getting docked a lap. That's Carl Joseph Steinberg in second. Watching Expert Ski Modified. Matthias Reines, followed by Carl Joseph Steinberg and Salim Al-Matawa. Man, that was a pretty turn. If you want a clinic on how to handle a slalom track, watch this gentleman. Matthias Reines has one of the coolest forms I've ever had the privilege of watching between him and Andrew Hubert Laurie. I just am constantly in awe. They stay very quiet on their boats and very smooth on their boats. And it is just a privilege to get the opportunity to watch them.
Jeszcze kilka minut, proszę Państwa, kilka minut i polski wyścig się wewnątrz od limited. Skończył od 9 riderów, 2 naszych, Marek Partyza i Paweł Komak. Partyza dzisiaj już wypływ, ale 4. miejsce. Endurance Open to jest ten wyścig, który dostał sobie, od którego zaczynaliśmy dzisiejsze sobotnie zmagania, jutro również o godzinie 8. Odprawa i o godzinie 9:30 pojawią się rajderzy klasy Endurance Open na tabli zbiornika Jeziorska. Obok Arka z numerem 70 i obok Pawła, który płynie z numerem 3 w kolejności po pierwszym wyścigu Atapon Kunsa z Tajlandii numer 86, Cołcejkę z Węgier numer 444, Hansi Reichert z Niemiec numer 66, Mohamed Mohsin ze Zjednoczonych Emiratów Arabskich numer 44, Markus Tyskura na miejscu 6, Estonia numer 7, Henry Bajnio z Finlandii numer 82 i Christian Pani Horva z Węgier numer 13.
Getting a chance to watch lap number 5 here for Matthias Reines with a 1:33.58. His best lap time was a 1:29.950. You can see just how consistent this rider really is. Matthias Reines is phenomenal in short. And when you take a look at these legends, he is definitely one of them. This young rider coming up, Carl Josef Steinberg, he has a great career ahead of him. He's only 20 years old. Now, he doesn't have any titles yet, but he really is hungry for a novice ski stock title. His first race was back in 2018 for the Nordic Championship. And his favorite music is rap, which makes absolute sense. Carl Josef Steinberg, your second place rider. Carl, by the way, is about 18 seconds off of Matthias Reines' time, but part of that is because Carl also had to work around Salim Al-Matawa. He started this race in third and was able to get around Salim on lap number 3. And that now gives him the opportunity to come put some pressure on Matthias Reines. We are 8.5 minutes into Expert Ski Modified.
Zobaczymy w akcji skutery o mocy 300 koni mechanicznych, może ciut więcej. Ten najbardziej różowy z różowych to Arek Bartyzel. Ma nawet takie...
We are watching second place, Carl Josef Steinberg. And Matthias Reines has been dominating in this Expert Ski Modified Moto number 2. We have 4 minutes left on the clock. Third place, Salim Al-Matawa. Matthias Reines, sponsored by B&J Auto House, SXR.com, of course, and his dad. 10 world titles to Matthias Reines' name and 11 European championships. And ask me how old he is. 19. Unbelievable. Salim Al-Matawa, the gentleman in third out of Kuwait. He's sponsored by Pro Rider Garage at Kawasaki, Kuwait. And he is a one-time world champion in expert ski back in 2019. You were watching the race action here in Poland. Ostrów to be exact. It's an area that really has been quite surprising. They've got a burgeoning tech scene with cities like Warsaw and Krakow really emerging as big hubs for a lot of startups and innovations. Just a huge acknowledgement of not only a beautiful country, but a beautiful people and a happening economic scene as well.
Numer 70, obok niego Paweł Komal z numerem 3. To jest Cinderella position.
At the Palace of Culture and Science in Warsaw, there are about 100 cats that are classified as employees because they keep the mouse population down. There you go. Trivia fact of the day. Speaking of cool trivia facts, we are cooking through these laps for Matthias Reines. His last lap was 1:31.890. We've got 11 and a half minutes on the clock. Watching Matthias Reines. Oh, he looks so pretty. When he scoots through those buoys, it is a picture to watch for anyone that really does enjoy jet ski racing. You can appreciate that. White flag is out for Matthias Reines. You're watching Expert Ski Modified. It's going to be our final lap coming up as these guys have gotten the white flag. That's Carl Josep Steinberg up in second. Matthias is leading, and Salim Almatawa is your third place rider. Matthias Reines making the final couple of turns on that inside split. Again, we've been working this last lap. And he is making that look just way too easy, doesn't he? Beautiful, as I mentioned, turns. His form is on par with some of the best riders in the world, and he has gotten enough titles now to consider being one of the best in the world. Slows it down just a little. Please put your hands together for Matthias Reines, who takes the win in moto number 2 for Expert Ski Modified. It's going to be Carl Josep Steinberg in second. We will be right back right after this.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people, for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe. Presented by Freedom Racing.
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. We are back live with the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 World Series Round 1, broadcasting live around the world, expecting tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, to be upwards of 800 million households. What? I know, kind of crazy. We're on to Veterans Runabout Limited. Let's talk a little bit. This is going to be a 12-minute moto plus a lap. The World Series winner in 2023, that was Supap Pusapa. In 2022, it was Adapon Kunsa, who is actually here this weekend. And speaking of that, let's go and do a quick rundown of our lineup on the outside boat number 7. That is Marcus Keskela, and there is Zsolt Cheke looking all fly. Riding for Hungary, boat number 86 in the house. That is Zsolt Cheke on the 444 boat. On the 86 boat is Adepon Kunsa. Adepon's got the pole position on the outside. On the inside, boat number 3, that is Powell Coman. And boat number 82, that's Henry Vanio. And boat number 70, it's Arkadiusz Bartzel, you goofball, from Poland. Boat number 44, one of my favorites, Mohamed Mosan from the UAE. And then boat number 66, rounding out our field, that's Hansi Reichardt. Hansi riding for Germany. I was just taking a look. Out of 9 riders, we have 7 countries represented as we get ready to go. And again, Adepon Kunsa on the pole position on the outside. Cheke Zolti going to join him on that outside. What do you guys know that I don't know? Feel like that outside might be a little quicker today. That's a red flag. I see red people. I told you Peter was going to get tired holding up that red flag. I just saw him perching it against the side of the tower. You were so busted. Hey, in moto number 1, here's what happened. Adepon Kunsa with the whole shot and win took the second best lap time of the entire race, 1:35.558. In second with the best lap time is Zsolt Cheke, clocking in at a 1:34.126. Zsolt went from 4th place to 2nd over 6 laps. Hansi Reichardt finished in 3rd despite a strong threat from Mohamed Mosen in 4th. And you just got to see the replay of that false start. So we're only going to get an opportunity for 2 of those red flags, and then they're just going to let them go and dock them for a lap. You're watching Veteran Runabout Limited, and right now Adepon Kunsa with 60 points on the board is in the lead, and Zsolt Cheke in 2nd with 53 points. Hansi Reichardt in 3rd with 48, and we are getting ready to go and take a look at where Adepon Kunsa and Zsolt Cheke, your top 2 riders in points, just launched out of that outside split at the exact same time. Well-timed start. And already you can see Zsolt Cheke checking out. He's on the outside. Boat number 66, that's Hansi Reichardt on the inside with the pole shot. Let's see who he's going to meet up with, but I'm betting it's Zsolt Cheke. Just guessing. Yep, sure enough. Zsolt Cheke is your whole shot on the outside. Let's see what happens as they merge and converge on the front stretch. Oh, yeah. And Hungary is excited to be in the game. And boat number 444, that's Zsolt Cheke, gets the whole shot, followed by Hansi Reichardt in 2nd. Beautiful start from Zsolt Cheke, and in 2nd place is Hansi Reichardt. So Zsolt Cheke, Hansi Reichardt, and Adepon Kunsa, your 2 and 3 riders in the lead. It's going to be Marcus Keskela in 4th, and Vanio in 5th. So Adepon Kunsa might have had the point stretch and lead coming into this, but moto number 2 is all about Zsolt Cheke, who had 2nd in moto number 1. And right now, he wants a little redemption. He's been in multiple classes today, and one I know he really cared about. He broke down. So right now, he is wanting some love on that track, and Zsolt Cheke is doing it. And I think it also really inspired him to see his daughter winning her first moto today. Mercedes Cheke taking the win in the women's runabout class. Hansi Reichardt scooting boot, scoot, and boogieing right through that outside split. Just Adepon Kunsa in third on the inside. Adepon Kunsa very, very close to Hansi Reichardt coming out of that front stretch. So Adepon Kunsa was in the inside split, and that split is looking quite fast this afternoon. And Adepon Kunsa taking advantage of it. Ken Gallagher, great to have you on the live stream with us. Appreciate you. And yeah, isn't Matthias Reines something else? He is amazing. Really nice second moto for Matthias Reines. We are still working this second moto for Veterans Runabout Limited, and Zsolt Cheke is your leader. All right, we're back for Veterans Runabout Limited, and your leader 444, Zsolt Cheke. Let's get some times for the gentleman out of Hungary. Zsolt Cheke with the 1:36.150. His best lap time was a 1:32.751. That was on lap number 1. Hansi Reichardt, no slouch. He's only 7 seconds off that pace. His fastest time was a 1:37.21. Adepon Kunsa, on the other hand, is in this money. He's got a 1:36.393. He's back in third, and he is going to put some serious pressure on Hansi Reichardt. And fifth, Henry Vanio on boat number 82. And our crew walking our way down our top 5. Appreciate you guys. One more time, Zsolt Cheke on lap number 3 with a 1:36.150. And Hansi Reichardt with a 7.7 deficit. Adepon Kunsa only one. He's not even a full second. He's 18/100ths of a second behind Hansi Reichardt. And that could cause some drama as Adepon Kunsa trying to get around Hansi Reichardt. Marcus Keskela in fourth on boat number 7, and Penny Horvath in fifth on a boat number 13. And there is Mohammed Mosen back in 8th. Oh, we're actually showing him in 6th. Okey-dokey. Little background on Zsolt Cheke. He's out of Budapest, Hungary. And here's your gentleman back in 7th, Christian Panye Horvath. Zsolt Cheke from Budapest, Hungary with a 1:39.203 on lap number 4. Hansi Reichardt has reduced the gap between himself and Zsolt Cheke is 6.4 seconds behind. Adepon Kunsa is within 3 seconds of Hansi Reichardt. And there is Zsolt Cheke and Adepon Kunsa and Hansi Rijkaard coming through. As they hit that front stretch. Oh, Adepon Kunsa gets around Zoltcheke. Wow, what an upset. Adepon Kunsa gets around Zoltcheke on that front stretch. Adepon Kunsa, your new leader. Well, hello, hotshot. Adepon Kunsa out of Thailand. Beautiful run. Talking vet runabout limited. Adepon Kunsa, your new leader. What a wicked pass that was. Came right out of that split section. Adepon Kunsa, 39 years old. His nickname is Oil. That boat was built by himself. Race number 777. First race was in 2009, but his first win was 2015. But since then, he's had four world titles. He's an expert veteran champ on the European Tour from 2022. Got third in the World Finals on closed course. And then here is Zoltcheke in second, a 10-time European champion, a 9-time Hungarian champion, a 2-time veteran champion, a 2-time world champion, and a 2-time Triple Crown winner. That is Zoltcheke, who is back in second. That is the pedigrees of these two riders. Incredible backgrounds for both of them. And when you ask Zoltcheke what are his race goals, he said, you know what? I want more Triple Crown wins. And running consistency will do it. I told you we weren't done with this racing, though. That is Adepon Kunsa, and now he's trying to hold off the juggernaut from Budapest, Hungary, Zoltcheke. I think he caught him a little off guard coming out of that split section. Margus Keskela is in third, and Hansi Rijkaard has moved back into fourth. So a bunch of leadership changes for us. Again, Adepon Kunsa leading. And we've got Zoltcheke in second. Margus Keskela in third. And wow, there is a great shot of Margus Keskela. You can see Zoltcheke's teammates up there just letting everybody know he's back in second right now, still running a great race. Again, Adepon Kunsa leading, Zoltcheke back in second, and Margus Keskela rounding out your top three. They're in the split section. Zoltcheke coming out of that really quick. He is going to put some pressure on Adepon Kunsa. Kunsa's like, no. You are not taking that lead away from me. I am just going to move right on over. That was a nice block from Adepon Kunsa, but man, oh man. Zoltcheke wanted a piece of that action on the front stretch and almost got around Adepon Kunsa, a.k.a. Oil, but he was too slick. See what I did there? Oil was just a little too slick. That's still your race leader on boat number 86. He's working some borrowed property this weekend. Margus Keskela is in third. 54 years old. He lives in Tallinn, Estonia. Occupation, owns a company that distributes BRP products. Sea-Doo and him built his boat. He said he's always had race number 7, Margus Keskela, back in third place. Want to do a shout out for the live feed. Butch Sarmiento, go Adepon Kunsa. Hansi is second. Mosen's been chasing down Vanio. Man, we've had a lot of leadership changes here, but currently what you're looking at is Adepon Kunsa and the triple fours of Zoltcheke as they come into that split section, and Zoltcheke is on a mission. Look at him slamming these turns. That is turn number 4. Unbelievable how he's whipping that boat through there, and he might be in overtake position. Zoltcheke coming out of that and had to check it up, but check this. Zoltcheke just moved into the lead, and man, he did it right at the correct time. White flag is out for Zoltcheke. We have had 3 leadership changes, and Zoltcheke is currently back up at the top. Adipon Kutsa second. Marcus Keskela is in third, and that was spectacular racing for Zoltcheke. He's only got 1 more lap to go. Keskela is in third. Reichart is in fourth. Vanio in fifth, and Mohamed Mosen in sixth. And Mosen has been all over Vanio trying to get around him and move up into that 5th place spot. Great replay here as you guys got the opportunity to watch the pass from boat number 444 over Adipon Kutsa. Not many people I know in the world can get around that gentleman, but Zoltcheke definitely just did it. Beautiful run for this gentleman who hails from Budapest, Hungary. And I don't know if I had a chance to mention all of those pedigrees, but let's just hit it one more time. He is a 10-time European champion and a 9-time Hungarian champion, 2-time Triple Crown winner, and he is on a mission to get another Triple Crown in 2024. In order to do that, he's got to take the win here, and then he's got to go do it again in Lake Havasu City, Arizona in October, and then he's got to do it yet again in Thailand in December. That is the final diamond in this Triple Crown series, and you do not want to miss this race action, and you can see why. These guys never let you rest. We are at 12 minutes of lap number 8, and congratulations to Zoltcheke taking the win. Beautiful job for this gentleman in moto number 2. Zoltcheke, you are a hero. Going to be Adipon Kutsa for second, and it's going to be Marcus Keskela rounding out your top 3.
Zakończył się wyścig weteranów piękny bieg w wykonaniu Zoltcheke, który zwycięża bezapelacyjnie. Drugi przykrywa Adipon Kutsa z Tajlandii, trzeci jest Marcus Keskela. Arek Bartuza Litawy z problemami z maszyną. Kończył ten wyścig na pozycjach 8. i 9. Oglądają Państwo pierwszą rundę Mistrzostw Świata skuterów wodnych Federacji IJSA. Pierwsza z 3.
What a great feeling that must be for Zoltcheke. You can actually see his reaction there as we get ready to bring out our next round of racers. But, man, what a beautiful job for Zoltcheke. Wow, I am just in awe of that racing. Multiple leadership changes for Zoltcheke as we get underway with our next moto for Pro Ski Grand Prix. And I would highly suggest that you get a good spot in the tower because this is going to be off the chain as we get ready to row. This is a combined class Pro Ski Grand Prix and also Pro Women Grand Prix will be on the line. And as I had mentioned, this is going to be nuts. This is just going to be nuts. Let's take a look and see how it went in the first moto, and we'll do a quick recap for you. But a big shout out for River Varner, who took the win in moto number 1, hails from the U.S. Here's what happened in moto 1. Jaden Richardson with the whole shot and the win, holding off Kevin Redruer in second. Jimmy Wilson went from dead engine after a false start to finish the race in fourth, with Tana Winmoley finishing in third. For Pro Women, it was River Varner who got the whole shot and won that moto, followed by Sophie Francis in second. Both riders are on borrowed property for the weekend. In third was Siri Salonen, who managed to climb 2 positions in a very crowded class. Now you are up to speed as we get ready to go for Pro Ski Grand Prix and for Pro Women Ski Modified. Well, let's talk a little bit about what happened in the World Series in 2023. The gentleman that took the win back then was Jeremy Perret. For the World Series in 2022 is Raphael Moran. So 2 French riders in the last 2 years took that. Quentin Bosch took it in 2021 for Belgium. And right now we're going to see what country takes over Pro Ski Grand Prix. We've got riders from Australia and Austria, Thailand, US, Estonia, Finland, and Spain. What an incredible setup we got here. And it's going to be boat number 4 with the pole position on the inside. That's Tana Wynn-Molee. And the pole position on the outside is going to be Jaden Richardson. And right next to Jaden on the outside is going to be Kevin Redder. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see the drama unfold in Pro Ski Grand Prix. So our Pro Ski GP class is going to be combined with the women's class. And again, River Varner taking the win in a moto number 1. And River Varner is, like I said, on OPP, other people's property this weekend. She's actually riding Matthias Reynes's boat, the 328 boats. Keep your eye on that. And I can see Jaden Richardson's mom down there. Hi, she's in the stand. She looks nervous. I'm just kidding. She looks great. I see Great Britain in the house. Woo, you ready to rumble, bud? Looking awesome. So cool to see these guys getting all jiggy with it. Boat number 79 as we get ready. That is going to be Sophie Francis. Sophie Francis is lined up on the outside. And there she is on the 79 boat. Borrowed property from Jonathan Fan. That's a pretty much stock Kawasaki that she's on, and it's Robert Dixon holding for her. Also lined up on that outside split, boat number 117. And that looks like borrowed property as well. And there's 328. That's River Varner out of the U.S. Kevin Redder on boat number 90, also lined up on the outside, riding for Austria. And the triple aces of Jaden Richardson, who took the win in Moto 1, and his dad, Colin, holding for him. There's Siri Solonen on boat number 121, riding on the outside of the inside. We're going on down a little bit further. It's boat number 300. That's Jimmy Wilson, sponsored by Factor Kawasaki. Good to have you, bud, all the way here from the U.S. Boat number 27, that is Sebastian Girello and his dad, Christoph Girello. Boat number 71, that is Marlon Teek from Estonia on boat number 71 in the inside as well. And your pole position on the inside, that's going to go to Tana Wynn-Molee. And his dad, Choke, will be holding for him this afternoon as we get ready to go. And that was a great start and a good jump for Jaden Richardson and Kevin Redder, both having a great start on the outside. Tana Wynn-Molee, who got third in the first moto, is lined up on the inside, and I don't hear any whistles or flags. It looks great for the start. We are green to go. You're watching Pro Ski Grand Prix. This is the beginning of what should be an incredible ruckus, and it is. Boat number 4 on that inside split. That's Tana Wynn-Molee riding for Thailand, one of the Thunder twins. And he is going to be squaring off with one of the riders from the outside, and that is going to be Jaden Richardson. And right behind him, Kevin Redder. So Tana Wynn-Molee will be meeting it up with Jaden Richardson. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Oh, Tana Wynn-Molee, and that looks like that might be Sophie. Let's just take a look. It is the number 4 with the whole shot. Tana Wynn-Molee, wow. What a great start for Tana Wynn-Molee from that outside. It's Jimmy Wilson in a second, and Kevin Redder having engine problems, and that's going to pull him in. What a heartbreaker. So Tana Wynn-Molee followed by Jimmy Wilson. And Jaden Richardson will be pulling into third. Sebastian Girello will be fourth. Harley Ritchie will be fifth. Marlon Teek will be sixth. And River Varner will be your whole shot for the ladies division, followed by Sophie Francis. Again, here's the recap. Tanawin Molee with the hole shot, followed by Jimmy Wilson and Jaden Richardson and Kevin Redder trying to get that boat restarted. But that is a not good situation for Kevin Redder, who came into this one in second place. After a tremendous battle with Jaden Richardson. And we did get Kevin Redder out, but that boat doesn't sound fantastic. And here comes Tanawin Molee. Look at Jimmy Wilson riding in his signature board shorts. That's what tripped me. Should have known. You're watching Pro Ski as they go underway, and Jaden Richardson right in the money. Pro Ski GP is on the water, and Kevin Redder had to come in and work on that boat, and he was able to get the boat back out going, but you could just see right in the background there, that was Kevin. He is going to have to just try to go around and get some points. But the story goes to Tanawin Molee out of Thailand on boat number 4. Tanawin, 18 years old, out of Pattaya, Thailand. Kevin Redder and the Flamingo team putting that boat together. And look at Jimmy Wilson riding for Team Kawasaki out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He was born in Ohio. But he said, I'm a water baby. He loves jet skiing. In his 9-to-5 job, he's actually a firefighter. Right now, he's a water fighter. That was bad, wasn't it? I won't do that again. Jimmy Wilson goes to the inside. We've got Tanawin Molee on the outside as these guys square up. Jimmy Wilson looking awesome on this boat. And there's Jaden Richardson also working the outside. He's in third. Jaden Richardson, who took the win in that first moto. That boat was built by Joey Pierce. Oh, look how close Jimmy Wilson. He just served notice to Tanawin Molee coming out of that splits. River Varner on 328 is the young lady that is leading 328. That young lady is leading in the women's ski GP. And there is the battle for first in Pro Ski GP with the men. T4, Tanawin Molee, followed by Jimmy Wilson. Jimmy took a fourth place finish in that first moto. And right now he's up in second. And I've always seen Jimmy race in board shorts. I don't know what it is, but he just loves to do that. He's a 2-time amateur world champion, 7-time pro ski national champion, and endurance champion. Well, you get the picture. He's real fast. And he said his pre-race routine, I bet you guys would really like this. He gets ice cream the night before, and I think we should join him. All right, Jimmy Wilson going to the inside. Tanawin Molee on the outside. Let's see who lines up on the convergence here. If Tanawin will be able to hold him off on lap number 3. And let's take a look at the times for Pro Ski GP. A 1:33.828, and Jimmy Wilson is under a second. It's 0.8 of a second behind him as he comes out of that double split. And now he's squaring up with Jaden Richardson, and Jaden gets around Jimmy Wilson in a surprise move from that outside split. Jaden takes over second. Nicely done, Mr. Richardson. Joey Pierce got to be pretty stoked, gentlemen, to put together the boat and engine for Jaden. And Jimmy Wilson in third. Jaden Richardson, 17 years, ridiculously quick. Said his pre-race is just go and have a good time. And the Triple Aces is the same race number because his dad used to race it. Wow. Look at Jaden hunting. We're back. Okay. Thank you, guys. Just had a little terrorizing moment there as the screen went out on me, but it's all good. It's back. Jade Richardson going to the outside. Tanawin Molee, Richardson on the inside. Tanawin Molee on the outside. Last lap time was a 1:34.631, and Richardson was 3.4 seconds off the pace. I got a feeling that got reduced quite a bit. Whoa, Richardson looks good on that split section. Working the inside split. We got 15 minutes plus 1 lap. Lap is on. And as he goes to the doubles, he is looking super quick, and I think he came out of those doubles much faster. Richardson taking over the lead. Not to be denied after that win in the first moto. He now moves into the lead in moto number 2. Tana Millie moves back into second. Jimmy Wilson still in third. And Jaden Richardson's parents have got to be out of their minds right now. What a fantastic. And actually, River Varner had the whole shot in the women's division, and she is currently leading in the women's division. Ken Gallagher saying, go Jimmy. Roshan Arawang saying, go T4. Marlon moved to 4th, overtaking Harley. And Jaden Richardson putting a whole new level and definitely had a different gear coming into that last lap. Let's take a look and see. Book Surmsuan is amazing. Yeah, Jaden is going to definitely be a GOAT, don't you think? God, this guy is really fast. Let's take a look at his lap time, a 1:35.771. Molee, 2.8 seconds off the pace. Wilson, 2.5 seconds off of Molee's pace. And I'm showing Sebastian Girello in 4th. On boat number 27, Marlon Teak in 5th. And Harley Ritchie in 6th. And Siri Salonen has moved up into 7th. So again, Jaden Richardson with a not necessarily a hole shot, didn't get the greatest start, hole shot at the first moto, but right now Jaden Richardson once again in the lead, riding for Australia. Billy Bates chiming in all the way from Lake Havasu. Watching from out there. Keep pushing them, Jimmy. Go Seb and Jimmy from Billy. Shane Perrin, keep pushing. Greg Powell, grind time for Seb and Harley. Agreed. Whoa, Sebastian Girello getting around Marlon Teak. Actually, he's been holding Marlon Teak off. Marlon Teak is back in the 5th place spot. Girello in 4th. And Girello trying to hold him back. You guys can check out the lap times. A 1:36.706 for Jaden Richardson on lap number 6. We're 8.46 minutes in the clock on a 15-minute plus 1 lap moto. Again, River Varner, hole shot it from the U.S. Sebastian Girello, your go fast rider. On a boat number 27, up in 4th, Marlon Teak in 5th, and there is, looks like Harley Ritchie on the 117 boat. Harley Ritchie had a number change on us. Unbelievable. Just to recap on that, Tanawin Molee with the whole shot. It was Kevin Redderer in 2nd. And then Jimmy Wilson in 3rd. And Kevin Redderer went down with engine problems, and now he's just trying to stroke that boat around the track. And I think Redderer might be having even more serious problems. I'm not even seeing him on the track at the moment. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up with him in just a second. Back to the race leader. That is Jaden Richardson from Australia. His goal, he says, travel around the world more to race. Doesn't get to because Australia is so far away. I don't know. I think you're doing a great job traveling around, bud. That's Siri Salonen on the 121 boat. Back in 7th place in the men's division. And I believe, if I can trust my timing, Siri Salonen has moved into the lead in the women's division. River Varner 2nd and Sophie Francis 3rd. All right, once again, Jaden Richardson on the Triple Aces. Hails from Australia. Sponsored by Jet Pilot, AJSP, Wax Racing, and Works, two-time world champion. And he said his favorite music doesn't really pick. He's got a lot of different genres he likes. Well, he's got to be liking what's happening right now because he is rocking this lead. Jaden Richardson, followed by Tana Wenmo-Lee, and then Jimmy Wilson is in third. Moto 2 of 4. Again, you're watching the race action for Pro Ski GP, and it is all about Jaden Richardson, who went all the way up from third place into the lead. There is Siri Salonen, and Siri, by the way, is our race leader for the women's division. River Varner had the whole shot, but Siri moved into the lead. Aw, Shane Perrin is saying, go Sophie, from Mom and Dad. Jeanette Meir, Harley is on a stock 1500. Keep pushing Harley, and Marlon just overtook Seb. Marlon got around Seb. Marlon Teague now in fourth. And a quick shot there of Siri Salonen, your race leader in the women's division. And Jaden Richardson on the triple ace boat. Jaden Richardson, wow, screaming through that inside split. I would love to have a quick picture of his parents. Ooh, I bet Mom is climbing trees. She's so excited right now. Beautiful racing again. It is Richardson, followed by Tana Wenmo-Lee, and then Jimmy Wilson, your top three. And Harley is only 0.44 seconds behind Seb. There's Jimmy Wilson. Jimmy Wilson lives down in the south in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Came all the way over to the U.S., and he's going to be doing the entire tour. He's running up in third, and he is only 6 seconds off of Tana Wenmo-Lee's pace. Well, now I am showing Sophie Francis in the lead for the ladies division. Sophie Francis, it's showing moved up into fifth. I'll double check that one more time. Jaden Richardson, Tana Wenmo-Lee, and Jimmy Wilson, your top three riders. Marlon Teague in fourth, and Sebastian Girillo in fifth, Harley Ritchie in sixth, Siri Salonen. Now it's showing Siri Salonen back up in seventh, so Siri still leading. River Varner in second, Sophie Francis in third. All of the women's thing, I'm guessing that's guessing that out with the timing, but that is what it is showing so far. So please forgive me if I'm wrong. Jaden Richardson in the lead. White flag is out for Jaden Richardson. Just a nice little relaxing moment for him. He's just going to manage those resources on the final couple of turns. Jaden Richardson, 2 years ago, not necessarily on the map, but boy, he certainly is now. He has made his mark all around the globe, and what a fantastic ride this gentleman has got going today. Two-time world champion. That dad built by, that boat built by Joey Pierce. Just got the inside on that. Tana Wenmo-Lee in second place, and Jimmy Wilson in third. Let's take a look at the time for Jaden Richardson on this final lap. Richardson with a 1:39.712 for Jaden Richardson, and Tana Wenmo-Lee 9 seconds behind Richardson on our final lap here for this 15-minute moto, and Jimmy Wilson is 6 seconds off the pace from Mo-Lee. Richardson cruising home on the outside split. Bright orange wetsuit. Boat built by Joey Pierce, and he loves that number. Same number his dad raced. Colin. And by the way, if you notice the gentleman holding Jaden Richardson, that's his dad, as both his dad and his mom are here. Mia, unfortunately, had to go back to school. And you can see these guys. Put your hands together for Jaden Richardson taking the win on the Triple Aces. What a phenomenal performance from this gentleman out of Australia. Also, huge props to Tana Wynn Mo Lee taking second, and it's going to be Jimmy Wilson rounding out your top three. Just incredible. Siri Salonen taking the win in the women's ski GP class. River Varner second, Sophie Francis third. There's second place, Tana Wynn Mo Lee in the men's division. All right, you guys, we're on to Pro Runabout Grand Prix. And I know that we missed a little bit of that on the live stream on Moto number 1, but let me get you up to date. Mohamed El-Baz took the win. That's your defending world champion for the World Series from 2023. And Georgi Kasha took second with 53 points. Waleed Al-Sharshani from Qatar took third in that first moto. It's Skinny Mo. Mohamed Burabaya moved up from 7th all the way up into 4th before it was all said and done for Kuwait. And James Bushell rounds out your top 5 for Pro Runabout Grand Prix. As we get ready for Moto number 1, it's all about Mohamed El-Baz. In Moto 1, El-Baz with the whole shot in the win, posting the second best lap time of the race at a 1.20885. Georgi Kasha went from 3rd to 2nd, finishing with a 1.879 seconds behind El-Baz. Waleed Al-Sharshani overtook by Kasha in the final lap was just not even a full second, less than a half a second behind Kasha's pace and finished in 3rd. Commendable mentions, by the way, to the best lap time, Mohamed Burabaya, who went from 7th to 4th and posted the best lap time of the day, a 1:20. On the lineup, Rashid Aldawas on the outside. Boat number 21 is also lined up on the outside. That's Steve Sarnett from France. Good to see you, bud. Boat number 66, Skinny Mo, riding for Kuwait. One of the winningest riders out of Kuwait. Boat number 11, Waleed Al-Sharshani. And on the outside of the inside, it is boat number 158, James Bushell, riding for the United Kingdom. Boat number 71, that's Matthias Seaman, riding for Estonia. Get ready to rumble. Georgi Kasha for Hungary on boat number 5. Boat number 38, your defending world champion, Mohamed El-Baz, and also your Moto 1 winner. That rounds out your field as we get ready to go for Runabout Grand Prix. This is our pro division and some of the fastest boats on the water. Man, our live stream just went crazy. Marta Gustaffer, Rex Hayes, Grant Busby, Ozzy, Jackson J. Rod. Hey, bud. And you can hear the roar of these engines as we get ready to go. Mohamed El-Baz with a fantastic hole shot, and Skinny Mo on the outside also with a very quick start as we get underway with Pro Runabout GP. Georgi Kasha on the inside split. And it is Skinny Mo. Mohamed Burabaya riding for Kuwait. So Hungary and Kuwait are going to meet on that front stretch. Let's see what happens on the convergence. From that inside, it's going to be Georgi Kasha with a hole shot, followed by Skinny Mo. Mohamed Burabaya in second. Beautiful run. Georgi Kasha, by the way, just a notable mention, took the hole shot and led for 2/3 of the race in endurance this morning. But unfortunately, I do believe engine problems plagued him, and he had to step out early and came in on a Polish Uber. In other words, a course marshal towed him in. Georgi Kasha currently leading in moto number 2, riding for Hungary. And man, he smoked that hole shot. Skinny Mo in second, Mohamed Elbaz in third, Walid Al-Shashani, your top 4. James Bushell is up in 5th. All right, boat number 5, Georgi Kasha. Oh. Georgi Kasha is still leading. Sorry, we had the screen go out on the view here, but I'll give you what I got so far on the live stream of the timing. Kasha with a 1:24.515 on lap number 2, followed by Skinny Mo with a 3.398 difference between himself and the leader. Mohamed Elbaz in third with a 3.5 second difference between him and Skinny Mo. And Walid Al-Shashani with boat number 11 also in this mix up in 4th. James Bushell in 5th. Rashid Aldawas in 6th. Matty Seaman in 7th. Sarnan in 8th. And there's our visual again of this Rat Pack as they are very close together. Only 3 seconds between the top 3. And less than 2/100ths of a second between Albaz and Al-Shashani. Another 3 seconds between James Bushell. You can see just how tightly packed this pro runabout GP class really is. Race leader going to the outside. That is Georgi Kasha. Followed by Skinny Mo on the inside. And Mohamed Elbaz also follows on the outside split. Walid Al-Shashani going to the inside. And again, race time, a 1:24.188 off of lap 3. 1:24.188. That is some of the fastest lap times we've seen today. Kasha, Skinny Mo, and Albaz, your top 3. Al-Shashani, 4th. Bushell, 5th. Again, you've got James Bushell back there on the 158 performance. And how cool was it to see Harry, his nephew, out here on the track yesterday doing a demonstration on the Spark class. And he's also going to be out here tomorrow, so you're getting an opportunity to watch him tomorrow as well. You are watching the Pro Runabout GP class, and it is all about Georgi Kasha from Hungary, one of the big legends out of Budapest, Hungary. Georgi Kasha has had multiple world championships, just had a little baby a couple of years ago, him and Ildi. He actually runs a gym in his off time, owns his own gym and workshop. He used to do drifting and drag racing as well. Right now he's ripping. 5th place, James Bushell. James has 11 world titles in the U.S., 14 British championships, 5 European, and 2 King's Cup championships for James Bushell. And right now he's up in 5th. Rashid Aldawas back in 6th. Rashid Aldawas in your 6th place spot, another rider from the Kuwait team. Rashid Aldawas running up at that 6th place spot. Had a great start. He's 24 years old. He also is aboard a Kasha-built boat. Mattias Seaman, one of the young guns out of Estonia, who has been just moving up into the pro ranks this last year. Very excited to try to get a pro title. Mattias Seaman, one of the fastest riders in Estonia, and right now he's mid-pack in Runabout GP class. Again, Georgi Kasha, your race leader for Pro Runabout GP. Hope you guys are having as much fun as we are watching this. It's going to be a big race. We're already a little over 4 minutes into it. And Georgi Kasha just nailed a 1:22.944, even faster than his previous 1:24 lap. So a 1:22.944, and that is the track record for the week. Just went to Georgi Kasha on lap number 5. Second place, Skinny Mo is moving up into second. Or he's been in second, and Mohamed El Baz in third, and Walid Al-Shasharni fourth. No change in the top 5 with James Bushell in 5th. Mohamed El Baz, your defending World Series champion from 2023. And right now he's back in third. Mohamed El Baz took the win in the first moto. This is going to be anybody's game. He's back in third right now. Georgi Kasha took a second in that first moto. And currently he is leading. So we've had a bit of a shakeup after moto number 1. Mattias Seaman, notable mention, was 9th in that first moto, and he's in 7th at the moment. And I do believe Seaman is set to possibly put the pressure on Aldawas on this next lap. Joe Slitzler, great to have you on the live stream. Oh, I fibbed to you. The track record went to Skinny Mo yesterday with a 1.20. So, and that was this morning, excuse me. Yeah, Skinny Mo hit the track record this morning with a 1.20, and that has not been beat yet. Georgi Kasha is the second fastest time with a 1.22, and I see Rashid Altair up in the stands intently watching all of the great riders out here in the Runabout GP1 class. And there is Walid Al-Sharshani back in 4th. 4 generations of Al-Sharshanis here this weekend, and he just pulled a great lap. He's only 3.4 seconds off of Mohamed El Baz's time. So Al-Sharshani is screaming through those turns. I'm so used to seeing Rashid Altair out there. I've actually even got Rashid Altair's bio down on the sheets today. Walid Al-Shasharni out of Qatar, riding up in the 4th place spot. His fastest time was 1:25.469, currently 4th. There is Mohamed El Baz in 3rd and Walid Al-Shasharni. And because those guys are so close, we are watching them. They're only 3 seconds apart. As we work our way through this, let's see if Walid Al-Shasharni goes to the inside. So far, riders have been showing a big preference for the outside split. Not surprising. It's got a little bit more openings on it. There's an up-close spot for Mohamed El Baz, your defending World Series winner. This gentleman has been flawless for so many years. Also a rider from Kuwait. Mohamed El Baz, 31 years old. He also competed in the Asian Beach Games. And El Baz put the pressure on the leaders as they come out. Aldawas under pressure from Mattias Seaman, and you can see how close Mattias was to Aldawas coming out of that. That's your battle for your 6th place spot. Aldawas feeling the heat from Mattias Seaman. Aldawas currently in 6th, Seaman in 7th. There's boat number 17, Aldawas, right behind James Bushell. Mattias Seaman, 21 years old, out of Tallinn, Estonia. Said he wants to be a Runabout GP1 world champion one day. He just moving up into this division this past year and a half, and he has already been showing quite a bit of brilliance in this class. Again, you're watching Runabout GP1, Runabout Grand Prix. And the last lap time for Georgi Kasha was 1:25.188. His fastest lap time, a 1:22.944. And as I mentioned, not the track lap time. That was Skinny Mo this morning with a 1:20, but Kasha only 2 seconds off the fastest track time of the week. Woo, those guys are screaming through that split section. And just taking a look back as Albaz comes through. Walid Al-Sharshani putting pressure on Albaz. Third place, riding for Park Motorsports, and man, it's quiet up in those stands. These guys are intently watching. A 1:27.72 is just laid down by Georgi Kasha on lap number 8. We've got 10.35 seconds on the clock. You're watching the Pro Runabout GP, and it has been a ruckus so far. Georgi Kasha really pulled off a smooth move with that hole shot first thing out of the gate. Skinny Mo hasn't been able to run him down. His fastest lap time was a 1:24.757 this afternoon. Georgi Kasha, who was winning in endurance, but unfortunately dropped back after that boat went down. First time on a jet ski. He was only 6 years old. He makes his own holes, pumps, drive lines, etc., trains every day, and it definitely pays off. He is a 12-time Hungarian champion and a 9-time world champion. That is your leader. And second, Mohamed Burabaya, a.k.a. Skinny Mo. He is the most decorated, or one of the most decorated Kuwait riders in the world, and proudly bringing it home right now for Kuwait. And man, he had a record this morning, not only the fastest lap time, but one of the coolest set of passes. We got a chance to watch him go from 7th to 4th, and right now he's in 2nd. There is Mohamed El-Baz, boat number 38. Again, your defending World Series champion, back in 3rd. 13 World Championships to Mohamed El-Baz, 4 UAE Championships, and 2 King Cup Championships for El-Baz. 4th place, Walid Al-Sharshani, proudly riding for Qatar, and he's got the whole Qatar team out there. Well, hello, Andrew Hubert Laurie's family. We got the camera on the stands there for a moment, and then we're shooting it back over to the track for you as we continue to watch. We're 11 minutes into a 15-minute plus 1 lap race. And again, this last lap was a 1:28. We're on lap number 9, 1:28.683 for Georgi Kasha. Skinny Mo, 14 seconds behind. Hi, guys. Good to see you guys. Dzień dobry, dzień dobry. Getting a chance to look at the stands. Well, hello, Tomak. Dzień dobry. Good to see you, bud. Sorry to be stepping all over you. We are streaming live around the world. So just bringing it to you, lap number 10. Again, this is a 15-minute race. We're 13 minutes in. We should be seeing the white flag in a couple of laps. There's Skinny Mo, boat number 66. Second place rider. And Mohamed Burabaya with 28 titles, 26 world championships, 12 consecutive wins. He's one of the most decorated Kuwait riders in the world. You're watching Skinny Mo running in 2nd. There is Mohamed El-Baz, again, your defending World Series champion, back in 3rd, and what a moment he had last year in Thailand and Pattaya. He had almost the entire grandstand in tears watching a very emotional award ceremony for Mohamed El-Baz. There's Georgi Kasha on the screen, boat number 5. With that signature boat number, he almost always races number 5 with that bright black boat. And he is screaming through these turns. Your race leader, Georgi Kasha. "15 minutes and an extra lap is what we're looking for. Let us know who you're rooting for on the live stream. Who is your favorite rider? Give us your questions. Give us anything you'd like to know. Good grief. Only an average of 2 seconds between position number 3, 4, and 5. They are all around 2 seconds away from each other. That's how close the racing is between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. If that didn't get you out of your seat, I don't know what will. Pro Runabout GP in the house. And it is all about Georgi Kasha for this final couple of laps. We're at the 14-minute mark, or we just hit 15. And we are about to see, I do believe, the white flag. Woo, that last lap, he went even faster. Georgi Kasha dropped from a 1:29 to a 1:27.242 on lap number 11. We've got 14.459 on the clock. Skinny Mo, 14 seconds back. And then from there, it's 3 seconds apart. Actually, 2.5 seconds apart now between 3, 4, and 5. Georgi Kasha has just got to lock it in for a few more turns. He just hits the MasterCard buoy, and he's going to go to the outside again. Look how quick he is screaming through those turns. That is one of the signature moves of Georgi Kasha, is how fast he can turn on those buoys without actually tapping a buoy. He's really got a master's degree in it. You're watching Georgi Kasha, and he's putting on a show for us on that outside split. Boat number 5, look for him, and let's see if he gets a white flag. And it looks like he did actually get that white flag, Georgi Kasha. Perfect. Skinny Mo in second, in Albaz third, Walid Al-Shasharni in fourth, James Bushell holding fifth, Aldawas in sixth, Manny Seaman in seventh. Look how close they are, Skinny Mo and Albaz, right on top of each other. On this final lap, it's going to get even more nuts between these riders, 2 Kuwait riders back-to-back here, and less than 2 seconds separating them. Burbaya and Albaz, 7 seconds between the two as they came across, and then look how quick Albaz jumped back in to this game with Skinny Mo. Again, I had mentioned earlier, Burabaya, 28 titles, 26 of them are actually world championships, 12 times. He had a consecutive win, and we had a rider go off. And that was Skinny Mo that went down, I believe. Let's take a look and see a replay on who went down. Meanwhile, Georgi Kasha coming through on the outside split. Going to be the final couple of turns. Tapped that buoy on turn number 4. Georgi Kasha taking the win in moto number 2, and what a beautiful ride for Georgi Kasha. Wow. Win for moto 2 goes to Hungary. And that was Skinny Mo that went down on the replay. Thank you guys for that. Skinny Mo went down on that backstretch. Thanks for the replay. Well, that is going to make easy math for us. Albaz is going to move into second. And Walid Al-Shasharni is going to round out your top 3. Oh, it's actually Albaz that went down. Thank you. I thought it was Skinny Mo that went off. Albaz went down on that backstretch. Wow, unfortunate after the win in moto number 1. Albaz off his boat, and you could see the reaction from him. That is heartbreak. Thank you. I thought that was Skinny Mo. That's what we were looking at, but it was Albaz. Albaz went down. So again, let's do this recap. You can see the replay. He just spun right out underneath that boat. I'm not sure if the steering cable got zapped or something. Georgi Kasha with the win. Skinny Mo with second. Yeah, that'll be Walid Al-Shasharni in third, and James Bushell in fourth. Rashid Aldawas for your top 5. What a heartbreaker. Thought it was Skinny Mo, but it's actually Albaz that went off of his boat. Wow. We'll be right back after that lose your breath moment.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people, for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe. Presented by Freedom Racing.
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
Welcome back, you guys. The Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 World Series Round 1. We are on to the expert runabout 1100 super stock. Super fast, super awesome. Down on the line on the outside is boat number 17. That's Philin Salih on boat number 33. Boat number 17 was Anton Ignacio. Boat number 99, that is Sultan Alamadi, riding for the UAE. There's boat number 15, Niels Whitling, on a boat number 15. Hi, Niels. And look at you. Boat number 33, Philin Salih on the pole position. Philin Salih, after taking that win, he rides for Cambodia. He is currently got the opportunity to get that pole position. Anton Ignacio with a great start on the outside. And it looks like a clean start. Now, we've got everybody lined up on this inside split where we're not going to have to fight for a merge onto the front stretch, so you're going to be able to see it pretty quick once they get into this sweeper turn, come out of that MasterCard buoy, and head over to the blue buoys, which is our inside split, and you'll be able to identify the whole shot, and goodness, it is Niels Whitling from Germany with the whole shot. Going to be Anton Ignacio, second. And a lot of whitewater. And Philin Salih in third. Boot scooting through the inside split. And there is 142. That's Kasadit Terapratik. There's your top four. Once again, your recap on the whole shot. That's going to go to Niels Whitling, followed by Anton Ignacio in second. And Philin Salih rounding out your top three as we get underway in the expert runabout 1100 stock. Let's go Anton Ignacio from the live feed. And Rick Powell, see you tomorrow, sir. And Butch Sarmento, good luck, Anton. Emmy Fuentes, let's go, Anton. An update on Niels' profile. Leader, Niels Whitling with the whole shot. What a great job. Let's talk a little bit about Niels since we got the opportunity. He's 17 years quick, student in electrical engineering. He lives in Cologne, Germany, born in Thailand. His boat built by Oil, Adapon, his dad and him. That race number, he was born on the 15th, but it's also his dad's race number, so he wanted to take it. He's sponsored by Ravenol and Knauf, Flamingo Jet Ski Team, and WT Fun Sports. That's pretty awesome. His first win was in 2020, and it was a German race. He's a German champ and a Belgium champ. And that is a little bit of a recap on Niels Whitling. Let's take a look at the times as they come through. Anton Ignacio going to this inside split. Look at him setting up those turns. Just adjust a little bit on the seat, pushing that nose down. We are watching Super Stock, so they've really got to milk as much as they can. And Anton Ignacio holding off Felin Salih on lap number 1. And here are some times. Get to those in just 1 second. Maybe we'll catch those in lap 2. Because I'm kind of not believing what I'm seeing there. Yeah, I know, I hear you. Anton Ignacio. Also got some cool new stuff on him. He's out of Manila, Philippines, as I'd mentioned before. He's 18 years old. Lived in Manila since he was 2. Sponsored by Robig Builders. Hello! He's a 3-time Philippine champion, a 1-time Malaysia champion. You're watching Anton Ignacio up in second. Number 15, Niels Whitling, with a nice little lead here. Anton not going to let him get away too far. Let's take a look at our lap times on lap number 1. Well, wait for it for just a second. Niels Whitling. And just pulled down a, well, still don't have it. I'll give it to you in just a second. Sultan Alamati just got a 149. You're watching Expert Runabout 1100 Super Stock. And Niels Whitling leading this. Felin Salih up in third. He is trying to run down Anton Ignacio, and he got a little closer from that inside split. Kasadit Terapratip is in the 4th place spot, gentleman from Thailand. He had a 4th in the first moto, and then in 5th is Sultan Alamati. Sultan had a 3rd place finish in moto number 1. Right now he's sitting pretty in 5th. Got the opportunity out here to hang down with the crowds in Ostrów, Poland, and you can see that lush landscape behind us. That is just a picturesque postcard of a view, isn't it? All the farm property back there, and this lake supplies a lot of the water for all of these agricultural crops that are produced in the middle of Poland. And we are certainly in one of the most idyllic spots in Poland. A country that has the opportunity to boast 17 Nobel Prize winners. As we watch Niels Whitling on boat number 15. Gentleman riding for Germany. Just picked up Team Flamingo the last year and a half as a support sponsor. And Anton Ignacio right behind him. Anton from the Philippines and part of that JSAP team. These guys have been indomitable this weekend. Felin Salih riding for Cambodia back in 3rd, and here's some more times for you. Whitling just locked down a 1:46.226. Anton Ignacio 4 seconds off that pace, and Felin Salih, who you just got a chance to watch, is 2.5 seconds off of Ignacio's time. Anton Ignacio holding off Felin Salih on that backstretch. Oh, look at... You guys aren't nervous on the Philippines team, are you? Look at Joyce. She's biting her lips. I don't blame you. Anton Ignacio playing smart game here. As Anton Ignacio working his way through the laps. And Niels Whitling, your race leader, Anton Ignacio second. And Falin Salih in third. No problem. Niels Wittling, your German rider, will get the lap times here in just a second. Niels Wittling had a 1:46 on lap number 4. Another very excited fan hanging out with us up in the stands. A 1:45.573 and a +7.345. Anton Ignacio is 7 seconds behind. And Falin Salih closing the gap. We're going to have to keep our eye on Falin Salih. I'm sure we don't have to tell Anton that, though. And then back just a smidge is boat number 142, and he is holding off Sultan Alamati. Kasadit Tera Pratip with a 142 in fourth. Sultan Alamati is in fifth, and I was just checking his time. It was a 1:675 for Sultan Alamahana. Sorry about that. Again, just watching the countdown here, the time, and man, Niels Wittling looking solid. Emmy Fuentes saying, so proud of you, Anton. And Rene Boy saying, go, go, Anton Ignacio. He was also a world champion. Look at that big grin you guys are going at. I love how they're getting to me on the live stream. Fifth place, Sultan Al-Hamanati. Sultan Al-Hamadi rides for the UAE on boat number 99. He's back in fifth and definitely has had a very elevated and incredible career, talking about the gentleman from the UAE. Watching Kasadit Tera Pratip, 22 years old, out of Bangkok, Thailand, boat built by Kasha. Getting a chance to see a little bit of the fans as well. Let's take a look at the lap times. 1:50.525 on lap number 6. That's Niels Wittling. Anton Ignacio has reduced his gap. He's down to a 6.120 gap between him and first place, Niels Wittling. Falin Salih is within strike distance. He's at a 3 seconds behind Anton Ignacio. Kasadit's got a little bit of real estate to catch up on. He's running back and forth. He's got about 18 seconds between him and Falin Salih. But the real story is Sultan Al-Hamadi. Sultan is only 1.5 seconds away from Kasadit Tera Pratip. JSAP team, don't forget to breathe up in the stands. We don't want to lose you. Mags Ramos Batoy shouting out for 17. Cole Pave, Jet House, nailing it for 142, shouting out for Kasadit, and there's Niels Wittling. Niels Wittling with a 1:50.525. Hi, Dzień dobry, dzień dobry. I'm sorry, I have a horrible Polish accent. Please forgive me. To be fair, it's an American trying to speak Polish. Never a good idea. There's Anton Ignacio. So amazing to see how far this guy has come in just 1 year. Joyce Taddeo saying, let's go, Anton. We need a cool nickname for Anton. Do you guys have one already? That boat built by Jumbo Tuner, Adapon Kunsa. His first race ever was just 2019, and he incidentally took the win then as well. 3-time Philippine champ, Malaysia champ, Networks club champ, a world champion, vice world champion, and a Thai champion. Thank you so much, Emmy Fuentes. Appreciate you. You're watching the antics of expert runabout 1100 Superstock, and right now Niels Wittling is in the lead from Germany, followed by boat number 17, Anton Ignacio, riding for the Philippines. And in third, boat number 33, that is Valin Salih, riding for Cambodia. Boat number 142 is in fourth. That is Kasadit Teraprateep, riding for Thailand. Rounding out your field, riding for the UAE, boat number 99, Sultan Al Hamadi. And there is a pretty view of a gorgeous boat. Niels Wittling throwing those legs forward as he's making the turn. And it's interesting to watch the leg movements. Can you see how he's perching the legs? That generally they have these custom footrests, footholds as the white flag comes out for Niels Wittling. I see Georgi Kasha down there. Niels Wittling working those footholds to his advantage. And all of these riders have those footholds adjusted. Beautiful ride for our expert runabout 1100 Superstock, but I really got to give a big shout out to our top three. Of course, Niels Wittling has been flawless thus far, and he's had to because these rides are too close. Anton Ignacio has forced Niels Wittling to not put a foot wrong, and Niels has outperformed in that area. Anton Ignacio riding a solid race in second, but Valin Salih is like him on a bad day. Valin Salih, the very quick rider from Cambodia. And Valin has an interesting riding style. It also almost looks like he's a bit of a flop doll. You know how he just kind of pops around on the seat? Don't let that riding style deceive you, though. It actually really helps this guy stay hooked up in the water. Probably gets some of that from Kylie Elmers and the rest of his team helping him. But Valin Salih is quite the little athlete. So Anton Ignacio going to that outside. Valin Salih is going to try yet again on the inside split, and he has been gaining a little bit of time on Anton Ignacio. But the fascinating thing about Anton is he rides so well offensively and defensively. He's riding very close to the buoys. He's not affording Valin Salih a whole lot of opportunity to make a pass. We'll see if he's able to in the last couple of laps. Congratulations to Niels Wittling. That was it, actually. Niels Wittling taking the win from Germany. Beautiful run. Anton Ignacio has got his hands full here, and he's going to hold him off for second place. Valin Salih will take third. Amy Fuentes, you're awesome. Thanks for listening on the live stream. We really appreciate it. Give us your questions, feedback, whatever you'd like us to talk about. We're happy to do so. We're coming up on our next race, and that is going to be, I think, our final race for the day, Pro Runabout Stock, coming at you in just a minute. We'll be right back right after this.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people, for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe. Presented by Freedom Racing.
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
Ooh, we're back and down on the line. Boat number 86. We didn't mess around at all. That's June Nakoma on the outside. And then right next to him, well, hello there, boat number 77. That is Matthias Seaman from Estonia. Hello, boat number 10. That is Abdullah Al-Hamadi from the UAE. What a hot rider he is. Boat number 27 also out there. That is Igor Tysel. Igor riding for Poland. Local product. Boat number 17, also down the lines, Carl Keskela from Estonia. Hello. How are you? Boat number 1, also on the lineup, Levente Kakor. Man, he's out of Hungary. And look at his celebrity holder, Georgi Kasha. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock and roll with Pro Runabout Stock. Let's do a recap. Moto 1, Matthias Seaman with the whole shot in the win, followed by Levente Kakor in second and June Nakoma in third. June posted the fastest lap time of that race with a 1:2:67.15 and is definitely one to watch. Also one to watch is Abdullah Al-Hamadi, who climbed from 7th to 5th, just 3 seconds behind 4th placer Carl Keskela, and we are off to the races. Got a 17-minute moto plus a lap right ahead of us here as we get underway. You're watching Pro-Am Runabout Stock. Your World Series winner last year was Waleed Al-Sharshani from Qatar. And look at boat number 10. He's got the whole shot on the inside. It's Abdullah Al-Hamadi. And it's going to be Matthias Seaman on the outside split. Let's see who gets to be on the top of this little chess game as we come to the front stretch. O-M to the goodness. On that inside, it is where he's coming from. That whole shot went to Abdullah Al-Hamadi. Abdullah Al-Hamadi from the UAE with a fantastic hole shot out of nowhere. Beautiful. 77, Matthias Seaman. Oh, no, boat number 27, that's Igor Tysel. He went down. Igor, you're not supposed to be swimming. I mean, you're supposed to be in the water, but not swimming. Tough break for Igor Tysel, who did the Olympic backstroke. Unfortunately, that's not going to get him any points. And that is a heartbreaker for Tysel, who's a very, very fast rider. He had a 5th in that first moto, and he's our Polish hometown product, but unfortunately right now he's going to have to get him back to his boat. Meanwhile, back to the track. Boat number 10 in the lead. That's Abdullah Al-Hamadi, followed by boat number 77 in second, Matthias Seaman, riding for Estonia. So you got the UAE and Estonia back-to-back. Oh my Lord, how fast this Matthias Seaman coming out of that inside split. That is going to have to be a really, really very closely watched. Look at the grin on Georgi Kasha's face. Al-Hamadi with a 26, 1.26250 on that lap. It's so fast on that, I didn't even get the time on the second one. There's boat number 86. That is your top 5 rider. Levente Kakor back in 4th. So again, Abdullah Al-Hamadi leading, and Matthias Seaman in second, Ekoma in third, and Levente Kakor in 4th. Keskela in 5th. And intently watching this track, as I do believe Abdullah Al-Hamadi is sponsored by the Dubai Police, and there are a ton of people from that team representing here today. Last I checked, I think it was almost 24. 20 people or more all out here from the UAE in support of some of the fantastic riders from the UAE. And right now, one of them is right in the mix. Abdullah Al-Hamadi leading for the UAE on boat number 10, but he has got major company behind him. That is Matthias Seaman from Estonia. Nakoma just hits the front stretch. It's your gentleman in third, and he too has got pressure. That is Carl Keskela. So just taking a look down your top four, Abdullah Alamati, that's the UAE in the lead, followed by Estonia in second, Japan in third, and then Estonia yet again in the fourth place spot, and Hungary in fifth. Craziness. You're watching the action from the WGP 1. Feel free to follow us. This is the 2024 Jet Tribe Euro Jet Ski Championships, and Abdullah Al Hamadi with a 1:26.468 on lap number 3. A little over 3.5 minutes in this one. Manny Seaman in second. 2.8 seconds is all that separates first and second place. Nakoma is about 9 seconds off the leader's pace. So these riders are very closely packed in. And you can just see on the left of the screen, that's Nakoma coming in from that outside. And boat number 1, that is Levente Kakour. He's back in fourth, and he's trying to get around Nakoma, and Avente Lacour close. Not able to shut the door. Nakoma having none of that. Not new to the racing. Nakoma's like, not gonna. So that is your battle for third and fourth. Mercedes Cheke down there, along with her dad, Zolt Cheke, watching all the action and supporting Levente Kakour, your Hungarian rider that is back and forth. Hi, Zolt Cheke and Mercedes Cheke. I see you. Great job today, Mercedes. Great job, Zolte. You guys are awesome. All right, lap number 4. 1:27.974 for Abdullah Al Hamadi. Nakoma still under pressure for Levente Kakour. Akoma in third, Levente in fourth. And less than half a second separating. Akoma going to go to the outside again. Levente going to go to the inside. Whoa, Levente Kakour whipped through that inside split, and as he comes to the final 2 buoys, he is going to be incredibly close. Holy moly. Nakoma also had a very nice run on that outside split, very clean. He was deceptively quiet through that, and that quietness really converted into speed, and a beautiful job. As he reduces the time between him and Matthias Seaman, he's about 16 seconds away from Matthias. Matthias is just under 3 seconds from Abdullah Al Hamadi. And Al Hamadi just laid down on lap number 5, a 1:29.231. With about 6.5 minutes on the clock. Oh, I didn't even know about that. Mercedes, I didn't realize that you got penalized on that. Doggone it. We still love you. Just saying. Abdullah Al Hamadi on boat number 10, your race leader. You're watching Pro Runabout Stock. Matthias Seaman. Second place, riding for Estonia. So you can see just how close Matthias Seaman is. Levente Kakour and Nakoma also very quick. Ooh, man, Levente just really has that inside split dialed in. It's quite impressive to watch him work through the inside split's highly technical. And to watch a runabout go through there, runabouts have a tendency to prefer the outside split because they can open up those turns. And so any little inaccuracies, they can generally make up those inaccuracies a little bit easier on the outside, but I am impressed with Levente Kakour's riding style through that inside. There's Carl Keskela back in 5th. Carl, another machine when it comes to dialing in how to run a very tight course. Started out today with the promise of very warm temperatures, but it has turned on us. We've got pretty flat light out there, which does make it tricky for the riders. As you can even see out over the water, how they have lost their depth perception when it gets flat like that. Now, for you and I, it's not that big a deal. We can still see pretty easily and make out things. But what happens to the riders when you have that darker skies and you don't have that clear visibility, it prevents them from seeing any pockets or choppy waves that they have to navigate. And that is a perfect example. June Acoma almost overcompensating into that turn. He's just such a good rider that he made it look like he didn't even do anything wrong, and he really didn't. It was such a minor mistake. But that's just it. It's hard to see how to predict where to line up your turns. Levente Kukor is continuing to push as we work our way through with 9.5 minutes on the clock. And Jun Akoma, your celebrated racer out of Japan, and what a brilliant strategist he is on the water.
Tyncen po raz kolejny zdobył balon. Nie ma już szansy na dobre miejsce, ale może złapać punkty, dlatego płynie do końca. A i tak jest przed Maximem Benoit, a Maxim Benoit w ogóle nie pojawił się na linii startu. Tu mamy 7. okrążenie, a całkowity czas tego wyścigu to 17 minut, a więc jeszcze troszeczkę.
Working the outside split, boat number 10. Abdullah Al-Hamadi from the UAE after that splendid hole shot. Now Matty Seaman actually following him through that outside split. Oh, wow, that's close, those two riders. Oh, 1.65 seconds is all that separates Abdullah Al-Hamadi from Matty Seaman. Talk about handling pressure well. My hat goes off to Abdullah Al-Hamadi for being so cool and calm out on that ride. That is a lot of pressure to be dealing with a rider that close to you, and Matty Seaman is keeping the pressure on him. And it has been relentless throughout this race, and I have not seen very many, if any, mistakes from Abdullah Al-Hamadi. And again, they have just a tiny little backstretch, so it's hard for him to really use any of the horsepower at all on the boat against Mattias, because he just doesn't have a long enough backstretch, which, by the way, was the evil genius of Peter DeSmet to pull off a course design. Him and his team are bar none pretty awesome. Speaking of his team, the technology advancements of Peter DeSmet's team is definitely having an impact on global racing, and we're so grateful for that. That includes the photo finish timing, the live timing that we've seen rolled out the last couple of years. Look how close Abdullah Al-Hamadi and Matty Seaman is. Wow. Matty's just working both the inside and outside. Let's see what the time is on lap number 8. We're 11 minutes into this 17-minute plus a lap race. A 1:29.805 for Abdullah Al-Hamadi, and Matty Seaman 1.184 is all the difference between those two. And Levente Kukor, while we were talking, actually got around Jun Akoma. Brilliant job for Levente Kukor on the number 1 boat. He'd been working him on the inside split, and he pulled it off on that last one. And as I mentioned before, not easy to do. Jun Akoma, 3rd in the World Finals in 2021. He's 51 years fast. He's the president of a very large trading company and a marine mechanic-built boat. Jet Pilot sponsored him all the way back in 1986, and he's been running 86 ever since. Jun Akoma. Sponsored by Tone Tool, Jet Pilot, Elf Unlimited, EA, Yokohama, Factory Zero, and MG Marine. His first race was in 2011. His first win was in 2011. He's a 3-time Japanese champion. And he said he trains every single day, and I believe it. If you get a chance to take a look at him, he's all brawn and muscle and just a big smile. Just an outstanding individual. Oh, my gosh. Alina Prisker, please do not make me cry. What a beautiful thing that she wrote on the live stream about Sebastian Davis-Q. We are his family, and I would be honored to be your special guest. Sebastian is our hero as well. We are so honored to have him out on the track this weekend, and thank you, beautiful lady. And appreciate the shout-out and also the props for Sebastian Davis-Q. That is our rider that we were talking about earlier today, and really appreciate you, you beautiful lady. Back to it. We just got a few more minutes to go for Pro Runabout Stock. We're on lap number 10. We got 14 minutes on the clock. That last lap, Abdullah Al-Hamadi pulled down a 1:29.876. His fastest lap time, by the way, on this moto number 2 is a 1:26.250. Now, Matty Seaman took the win in moto number 1. Levente Kakor had second, June Akoma had third, and Abdullah Al-Hamadi got sixth. So this first place is going to help him tremendously as he comes into this with 36 points. This is going to give him a big boost to get to that podium. This is exactly what Abdullah Al-Hamadi needed to put him back in contention for a podium. So Abdullah Al-Hamadi pulling off a signature win. And the white flag does come up for Abdullah Al-Hamadi. It's got to be Matty Seaman. Let's take a look at the time, because these guys are killing me with how close they are. A 1:29.3. Lord. Matty Seaman dropped off the pace just a teeny bit from a 1.174 to a 3.274 on that last lap. Just settling in on the final one. Levente Kakor had a great lap as well. Kakor's fastest lap time of this moto is a 1:27.740. And Kakor in third, June Akoma in fourth. I do believe it's Keskela still in fifth. Watching our final race of today, but don't you go very far from your computer, because we have got a barn burner lined up for you tomorrow. We're going to have all the finals of the races that you watched today, plus a ton of really cool demos and performances, to include the already world famous Harry Shortland, who will be doing a demonstration. He's all of 8 years sassy. Hails from the United Kingdom, and he is James Bushell's nephew, and he's going to be out showing us how to do it on the sit-downs. Congratulations to Abdullah Al-Hamadi from the UAE and his team, going crazy. What a beautiful win for him, for the UAE, boat number 10, taking that Moto 2 win. And Matty Seaman reacting as well, and you can see Abdullah Al-Hamadi and his reaction and his team's reaction down there. These guys really put forth every ounce of effort trying to get around. That is June Akoma coming from the inside.
Abdullah Al-Hamadi zwycięża w klasie Pro Runabout Stock. Igor Tycen niestety po wypadku. Miejsce 7. O, przepraszam, 6 było Marcina Była. To wszystko, proszę Państwa, na dziś. Jutro startujemy już od godziny 8. Wyścigiem Endurance. Jutro też oficjalne zakończenie tych zawodów i ceremonia rozdania nagród pucharów.
Hey, you guys. Just real quick, thank you so much, Tomak. I'm just going to tell everyone, thank you once again for joining us on the live stream. You've been watching the action for the Jet Tribe Euro Finals 2024. In the World Series Round 1, I'm Dawn Dawson, and I am going to say good night. Get some rest. We'll see you bright and early right here in Ostrów, Poland. Much love to you. See you tomorrow.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people. for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe. Presented by Freedom Racing.
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.